2025 powered by Turbo. It's the next match of the day between Dhaka and the NCL T20 defending champions Rangpur, live from the 𝗳 International Cricket Stadium. This already looks like it would be an exciting encounter. It's 𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗧 versus Mahidul Ankon, the newly elected captain for the Dhaka side. Will have their first match in this tournament. It has been a high-scoring affair in the previous game, and this looks like a tasty affair as well. Both teams have a lot of balance in both their batting and bowling lineups. And now we're going down where Shamannoy is there for the toss with the two captains and the match referee.
It's Dhaka versus Rangpur here at the 𝗳 International. All set for the toss with Mahidul Islam Ankon, captain of Dhaka, 𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗧, Rangpur skipper, and 𝗂𝗚𝗓𝗂𝗂𝗓𝗂𝗓𝗂𝗓𝗂𝗓𝗂𝗓𝗂 Cizan, Ankon will flip the coin.
Tail.
Tail is the call.
Tail.
And it is a tail. Akbar, you've won the toss and decided to?
We're going to bowl first.
Decided to bowl first. Does the outcome of the previous match have anything to do with that?
Not really, because we just wanted to have a target in front. So that's the only thing we looked at.
How's the surface looking to you, and what would be the total you would want to restrict the opposition to?
Look like a good wicket, so we'll just try to keep them below 160 and just chase it down, inshallah.
Yeah? You know, the reigning champions, how's the dressing room feeling?
It's always good to have some senior players and mixture of youth. So I'll say it's a nice dressing room atmosphere.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Ankon, if you had won the toss, what would you do?
We'll select it to bat first. Hopefully we got it.
Yes, so you did get to bat first.
Yeah.
Why would you have batted first? It seems like that good a wicket to you?
I felt it was a really good wicket. So if we score big in the first innings, then it will be pressure for them. So that's it.
And what is scoring big equals to for you?
Yeah, I felt it was a good wicket. If we batted really well in power play and full innings, then it will be a 180 or 190, hopefully.
Yeah, 180 or 190, 170 in the previous match was not enough. How's the team feeling?
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good team, we felt. We have to prove it here. Let's see, inshallah, we'll do well.
Wish you all the best.
Thanks.
All right, so the news from the middle is that Rangpur captain 𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗧 has won the toss and decided to have a field first.
The beauty of 𝗳, the city of tea gardens, the waves of the waterfalls, and of course, one of the best looking stadiums in the entirety of Bangladesh. But obviously, we've got the news from the pitch. The toss has been won by 𝗂𝗃𝗍𝗄𝗧, the captain of the Rangpur division side, the defending champions. They've elected to field first, most likely using the template set by Rajshahi in the previous game. Match happening in the same wicket. As the day goes on, the wicket becomes easier to bat. That could be something that's been playing in the minds of the cricketers. Sixes and fours came raining down from the Rajshahi batters in the previous game, just like the waves of water over here. Nurul Habibur Rahman Sohan scored 94. Nazmul Hossain Shanto, the Rajshahi skipper, chipping in with an unbeaten 65 as well. But here we are, clear skies, but it's hot and humid nonetheless here at the 𝗳 International Cricket Stadium for match number 6 of the Al Arafa Islami Bank presents NCL T20 2025, powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drinks in association with Walton, Lily, Oryx, and Ace Properties. And you're watching the live coverage on T Sports and TapMad. This is match number 6, Dhaka versus Rangpur. We'll be coming back very soon with live action. Match number 6, Dhaka versus Rangpur. Rangpur the defending champions, and Dhaka with a renewed intent right here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. 𝗂𝗚 Islamic Bank NCL T20 2024 25-26 powered by Turbo. The umpires are all set. The players are all set from Rangpur, who won the toss, elected to field first. The two openers for Dhaka are also making their way out. It is sunny, it is humid, but it's also very good batting conditions at the com box here. Joined by Mazharuddin were the on-field umpires, Shorturl.at Babu, former cricketer as well for the national team, and 𝗏𝗂𝗎𝗓𝗓, the two who'd take part in this match. 𝗬𝗂𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀, one of the stars of this Rangpur side from the previous NCL T20. Tall pace bowler, again wearing the Rangpur colours for this particular tournament. Welcome back, Mazharuddin.
Thank you, Ahmed bin Parvez, and very good afternoon to all our viewers as well. Defending champions, Rangpur division taking on Dhaka division in the day's second match here at the Al Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo. And we are all set for the first ball of the game. 𝗬𝗂𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀 with a slip in place for the right-hander. He's got a backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, short fine leg, deep square leg, and a deep third in place. Here comes 𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀. Outside the off stump, try to cut that one, kept a bit low as well. 𝗂𝗵𝗎, the opener for Dhaka, alongside Jishan, the two youngsters.
Graduated from the under-19 age level, already impressing. Jishan Alam has been part of the Bangladesh A team in the recent tours to Australia. This is Ashikur Rahman Shibli, an Asia Cup winner with Bangladesh under-19 team. Was the top scorer in one of those editions. Looking to make a mark here.
Nicely bowled. Just gone past that outside edge. Too close to cut.
Absolutely no room whatsoever. 𝗬𝗂𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀 is tall, slightly giving doubts in the batter's minds. The previous ball from a much fuller length went below the bat, and this time this has an extra zip and bounce. Very good bowling from 𝗬𝗂𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀. A very underrated team, Rangpur, and they've added a few important names. Nasir Hussain, part of this team.
Offline for the first time. Still not given as wide. Bowler would feel a bit lucky on that occasion.
Could have maybe brushed the pads on its way. Maybe that's what the umpire thought, but 𝗬𝗂𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀 would have hated to bowl another one. So hot out there. You'd be doing well as a fast bowler to try and complete your over with just 6 legal deliveries. See the sights of the champion team. We've seen glimpses of Nasir Hussain over there. Alauddin Babu part of this team as well, the top wicket taker from the previous edition. Another one that goes past the bat, still not being able to connect. Shibli.
A bit shaky, and also a bit of movement as well from 𝗬𝗪𝗀𝗀, shaping away from the right-hander. He's bowling at a very good length, Parvez, not allowing the batter to free their arm. Again across the line, straight to the field at mid-on. And Naeem Islam doesn't make a mistake as Rangpur strikes in the very first over of the game.
Squandering his opportunity there, Ashikur Shibli, more known to be a stabilizer, the top of the order. Not known for big hitting, but this time wanted to go big. It was again another length delivery. A very, very competent catch by Naeem Islam. Yes, it was full. It was driven aerially. Couldn't clear the fielder at mid-on. Had to slightly jump up and time that catch. Naeem took it very well. Mugdho picks up his first. No rounds on the board. Shibli goes for naught.
Ariful, the new man in for Dhaka division, as they lost their first wicket in the very first over of the innings of Ashikur Shibli. Mukidul Mugdho bowled well, created that pressure. The first 4 dot deliveries created some sort of pressure to Ashikur and played that expansive shot. Naeem Islam has taken a good catch as Ariful to face his first delivery. Outstanding start for Rangpur and Mugdho. Down the leg side, this time given as wide. It's got a fine leg inside the circle, so needs to be very careful.
Very risky lines and lengths from Mugdho. Got lucky on a previous occasion as well. That was sliding down the leg. This time, the umpire had no confusion. But look at that catch from Naeem Islam. Shibli failing to clear the inner circle. And Mugdho all smiles. A fresh start to this season of NCL. And a wicket in his first over.
Played with soft hands. Good running between the wicket. As Ariful gets off the mark. First runs from the bat. Over also done. 2 for 1. Dhaka. Brilliant start with the ball for Rangpur division, the defending champions, picking up the wicket of Ashikur Shibli in the very first over, courtesy of Mukidul Mugdho's brilliant bowling, and also Naeem Islam taking a very sharp catch. Spin from the other end, as we have seen even in the first match of the day. Abu Hasim, the left arm spinner, comes into the attack from the turbo end. He's got mid on, long off, and a deep mid wicket in place, patrolling the boundary. Short third, backward point, point cover, short fine leg and short square leg. Here comes Hasim. Ran the first one hard. They'll have to settle for one. We have seen how the spinners taking the pace off the ball in the first match, 𝗵𝗡𝗧. I'm sure this will be the strategy again in this match.
In particular for Abu Hashim, it's been very impressive with the recently concluded Dhaka Premier Division Cricket League. Bagged a lot of wickets, mostly a very accurate bowler. Loves to give it some air, but this time the batter connects. It's a boundary. First runs from the bat of Jishan Alam, and that is a brilliant shot.
That was not a bad delivery by any means, 𝗵𝗡𝗧. Still waited for it till the last moment and finds the gap. There was short third and backward point in place, and he manages to find the gap between the two fielders. Nicely played.
Good ball, Hashan, like it, Hashan.
Good comeback by Hasim.
Jishan is one of the exciting factors. If you remember, scored a century in the first match of the NCL T20 last season. Goes for it once again. An exciting prospect as we speak. Played for Sylhet division. This time has a change of teams. Boy hailing from Narayanganj, finally playing for Dhaka at least.
Yeah, that shot of Jisan Alam was pure class. Son of Jahangir Alam, former Bangladesh cricketer. And taking the pace off the ball will be the key, but the batters getting enough time to go onto the back foot to notch that for a single.
Singles will do for the time being, especially after losing the first wicket.
Brilliantly bowled. Hint of turn. Totally beaten. A very good over by Hasim despite being struck by a boundary, giving 7 runs off the over. 9 for 1 after 2. It's been a good start for Rangpur division. They've picked up the wicket of Shibli in the very first over. Courtesy of this man on screen, 𝗬𝗠𝗎𝗓𝗄 bowled a very good first over, conceding just 2. We've seen how Rajshahi chased down the target of 172 with almost 4 overs to spare. And that reflects the surface playing really well. So the batters need to apply themselves in the middle, take a bit of time, adjust to the surface, and we have seen how the batters were comfortable playing against the seamers in the first match.
But on the other hand, if you bowl the correct lines and lengths as a seamer, you can get success, as Robil Haq showed in the previous game, as 𝗬𝗠𝗎𝗄𝗬𝗀 is showing at the moment. A very underrated team, Rangpur. In pen and paper, a lot of other teams look much stronger. Yes, they are the defending champions as well, and the reason why I speak about squad depth and the quality in the squads, if you just have a look at the Dhaka squad overall, we'll get back to that.
Nicely bowled again. It's that length that kept the batter guessing, waiting for the ball to come at him. Taking the pace off the ball, I mentioned, will be key for the spinners, even for the pacers, Parvez.
Absolutely. And are we already starting to see some sort of variable bounce in this wicket? A couple of balls staying a bit low. Nasir Hussain itching maybe to get into action.
Trying to take a single. Misfielding allows him to take that one. Not a very good cricket though. There was never a run.
Got a run out of nothing. Ariful given a free pass to get to the non-striker's end. Hadn't had the brightest of starts with the bat, but these two in particular, I clearly remember, played for opposing teams in the NCL T20 last year. Dishan picking up a century, Sylhet scoring more than 200. In reply, Ariful played a magnificent 90-plus knock in that same match, but they were in the opposite sides.
Brilliantly bowled. 𝗬𝗠𝗎𝗄 is impressing a lot. Just not giving anything to the batters. No room whatsoever.
If you have a lineup like Dhaka has, you can afford to maybe take a few more risks, because looking at the lineup, there's Mahidul Ankon, the skipper, Mosaddek Hossain Shoykot, Shubhagata Home, Taibur Parvez, Mahfuzur Rahman Rabbi. The batting is quite deep.
Goes for that shot over the fielder at mid-off. Going for the second and will take it quite comfortably. Not the most convincing manner. He didn't time it properly. The ball hurried on to him. Lucky for him that it goes past over the field at mid-off.
One more ball left in this over. 𝗵𝗚𝗀 just conceded 3. Just that one boundary from Zishan Alam, the only bright spot for Dhaka in this batting innings.
Again, that length, good running between the wicket. When there's boundaries, hard to come by, you need to rotate the strike. Good cricket. End of another very good over by 𝗵𝗚𝗀. After 3, Dhaka 13 for 1.
ভাই থাকেন বাবু ভাই আপনি এখানেই থাকেন এইটা জোরে যাবে এখানে রাইট আর্ম ওভার জিসান নি বলা রাইট আর্ম ওভার ভাই আরেকটু আসেন ওই এস এর শুরুর দিকে
A quiet start for Dhaka division after losing their opener Ashiqul Shibli, Jisan Alam and Ariful Islam. Looking to play their shots, but it's hard to come by, courtesy of some brilliant bowling, especially from 𝗵𝗚𝗀, as Akbar Ali brings in another seamer. Again, eyeing that block hole, but finds the gap. That's a gorgeous shot. It was never a bad delivery, Parvez. The way he dug in, that was brilliant.
A boundary to kick off over number 4. It's Zishan Alam once again. Played it straight, deflected off. Such is the force of the shot. Even that big deflection from the feet of the bowler could not stop its fate. It is a boundary. Zishan gets into double figures, 12 of 8. Now looking more like his kind of an innings. Abdul Ghaffar Sakline, a new addition to this Rangpur team this season.
Slower delivery this time. Worked it away on the onside. Will get a single. Length will be the key for the seamers. We have seen how 𝗵𝗚𝗀 bowled. That hard length, not allowing the batters to free their arms and not even too much fuller to play those drives. Sakline, less pacier than 𝗵𝗚𝗀, so he needs to work out with those cutters and slowers pretty often.
Definitely doesn't have the turbo speed. It's running in from the turbo electrolyte sports drinks end. Again onto the stumps, nicely tucked away. Bit of a work for the fielder. Initially started from the deep square leg region to cover a lot of ground. When the boundaries are not coming, go for the singles and doubles. Decrease the number of dot balls. It's the very basics of the game. So far, Dhaka doing it pretty well.
Must mention the outfield. You get full value for your shots. It's important for them to find those gaps. Using the power play will be key. We have seen how Rajshahi used the power play on their chase of 172. Again, nicely tucked away. It was on the stumps. Literally flicked that away on the onside. Great wrist work by Ariful.
We just mentioned about how lightning quick the outfield is. Just raced along. All he needed was a deft touch. Yes, it was leg side-ish. Not the best possible line to bowl to Ariful, who's very strong off his pads. He can do this wristy flicks. He can hit them big as well. We've seen evidences of that, but this occasion looks like a shot of finesse. He moves on to 10 as well, gradually building up tempo in this innings, Dhaka.
Offline again. He's got fine leg up inside the circle. He's already conceded a boundary down the leg side in the previous ball, so he needs to be very careful. Sakline already proving to be an expensive over so far.
He's an open-chested bowler. Sometimes bowlers with this kind of action has a tendency for their head to fall over, which is why naturally the ball tends to move towards the middle or leg stump region. Let's see. This time corrects it properly. That's the channel he's been looking for. Played with caution, Ariful.
Into the fourth over of the innings, Dhaka, after winning the toss, opted to bat first. Beg your pardon, Rangpur opted to bowl first. Played with soft hand again, looking for those gaps, keeping it simple and sensible. 4 overs done, Dhaka 26 for 1.
Yeah, this is what the Dhaka side looks like. Comprises of plenty of young cricketers with a mix of experienced campaigners in the middle. Ariful there, Shivli is already out, but Ariful and Jishan in there. Mahfouz Rabbi also in the side. So quite a few products of age level cricket who've already represented Bangladesh at age level. A left arm spin from the Al Arafa Islami bank end, well bowled. First delivery by Hasim. This bowled an over previously, gave 7 runs. Side edge. Gives me the opportunity to welcome my co-commentator, Shanur Rabbani. Very good afternoon.
A very good afternoon to you as well, Shamunnoy. And we've had one exciting match already today, though it became pretty one-sided in the end. But this one has started off very interestingly. Could go either way.
Hashim bhai, excellent, Hashim bhai.
And the reason I say it is because this is a belter of a wicket. Runs are here to be made, but we've seen some good bowling as well, especially the spinners. As is often the case in Bangladesh, they always get in the thick of things.
Yeah, and to go out with that, I think we've seen glimpses of how effective spinners can be, or the bowlers with variations can be on this sort of a track, taking pace off the ball, not giving that friendly pace, offering that to the batters. Hit straight from the bottom part of the bat, but the placement was good enough. Even though Mukhidul Islam Mugdha from long off dives to the right, manages some fingers on it, but wasn't enough to block it. 4 runs.
Yeah, he was expecting this sort of a length. Jishan Alom usually has his troubles against spin, but not on this occasion. He made up his mind he was going to get onto the front foot, bisected the 2 fielders. You have to say to perfection, because the effort in the end, you have to applaud the effort, but it went in vain. He almost overshot his jump.
And in the process, he has injured himself. Straight away, gone off the field. He has hurt himself and called for medical assistance. I'm sure reinforcements or aid will be on its way. So far, pretty well bowled over. That ends it as well. 5 runs off this Hashim over. It's 31 for 1, Dhaka.
So this is what happened in the last over. Zhishan Alam getting the boundary, 𝗵𝗀 putting in the diving effort. Then all of a sudden, when he tried to get up, he fell down. At that moment, it seemed like he was disappointed that he didn't manage to stop the boundary. But then he stood there.
Next over has begun. He got up on his feet, but then went outside the boundary, did Mukhtul Islam 𝗵𝗀. As you rightly pointed out, Shanur, even when after the attempt, he failed to block the ball or, defend that boundary. He was looking back if it did cross the rope, speaking of the ball. And then when he tried to get up in despair, I think that's when he's pulled the muscle. Now, Rangpur would be hoping that it's something not too serious. The reason I say this, because he was the hero in the final of the previous edition of the NCL last year on this very ground. Mukhtul Islam 𝗵𝗀 with a player of the match winning performance.
He's bowled 2 overs so far, and he was bowling brilliantly. 6 for 1. Remains to be seen if he can bowl again in this match.
Yeah, opts to pause the run-up, 𝗂𝗏𝗧. But these two youngsters looking good so far. Zhishan on 17 of 13. Ariful on 13 of 14. Change of pace, smartly done. No risk taken. Now this is the last over of the power play. We'll wait and watch if they take their chances here.
I really like what I've seen so far from 𝗂𝗏𝗧. Hasn't taken a wicket yet, but in this over, he's mixing up his lines and lengths. Gets good bounce, decent carry, high arm action. He's a tall, lanky, fast bowler.
You can see that field and long on is placed for the big hit. Outside the off, back of a length. He mixes it up quite well, 𝗂𝗏𝗧, because the previous delivery, the slower one, was around middle and leg. So tempting the batter, the bait, that you want to take the long on fielder on.
Giving the bait, and then the last delivery high above his waist height. Zhishan Alam not getting bat on ball. Had he gotten some bat onto it, would have gone straight to the wicketkeeper.
Or a boundary. Never know. Because he did not get any bat. Square leg, there's a fielder placed there. Rightly pointed. Bowling to his field, 𝗂𝗏𝗧, and is rewarded for that. The 3 dot balls built up that pressure on Zhishan Alam, and finally he takes the bait and falls to 𝗂𝗏𝗧.
Yeah, the celebrations are due, and Zhishan can feel frustrated with the way he got dismissed. As he lost his shape, almost getting into that shot a bit early. Maybe a subtle change of pace as well there from 𝗂𝗏𝗧, doing the trick, and there's no mistake there in the field. An easy catch. Zhishan gone for 17 from 15. And it's 32 for 1.
Center. Right.
This is the second wicket to fall. Beg
Last
your pardon.
ball, right arm over.
Slower delivery, change of pace by 𝗂𝗏𝗏 on offer. And the two fielders rightly appointed by 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. One was at long on, one at deep square leg. But credit to the bowler, 𝗂𝗏𝗏 Abdulghaffar 𝗂𝗏𝗏 for bowling to his field. Short, slower, prompting that shot. 𝗫𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃, captain of the Dhaka team, defends the first delivery. It's a very well bowled over, as this was the final over of the power play. Just a run and a wicket off it. It's 32 for 2, Dhaka. End of the power play, and lost both the openers. Have the side from the capital, the Dhaka side. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, the captain of the Rangpur side, winning the toss and deciding to have a field first. Discussion with him during the toss, he felt that it would be ideal that they check the score out with the scoreboard in mind. They can go and chase. Had faith in his bowlers and fielders. Now the fielders can spread out, as we just saw. Shout, good shout, good shout. Impact perhaps outside, as the on-field umpire reckons.
Umpires Saiful Islam Jewel and the other umpire Shafiuddin Ahmed. That looked pretty close. Have to say, Shamonnoy, that looked pretty close. Ariful can consider himself lucky.
Hashim's also bowled well. You know, managing his troops quite well, Akbar. There's a short third. Backward point cover. But a deep cover as well. Long off, long on, deep mid wicket.
No! Yes, oh, like it.
Will manage that single.
Like it, Tanvi.
You talk about field positions, and you have to admire the captaincy of 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. He's really shown his captaincy from his under-19 days, and we see that in the NCL as well. Last year, he was brilliant with his captaincy. This year, he's moved ahead strides with the bat. And I say that because in the recently concluded emerging series against South Africa, he was among the top run getters.
Good boy, good Hashim.
Did you just say South Africa? Oh, we've got a Hashim here. We've got another player whose initials, as they stand, is AB. They're also rocking the green. We've come to know that we'll get back to that topic, because this is the end of the over. 7 overs done. It's 34 for 2.
রাফি ভালো জায়গা ফিল্ডিং করো, ডিপ মিডে গেছো তুমি, আসো লঙ্গন। মামুন পয়েন্ট যেতে দাও, ওকে কাভার দাও, এই বলার ওকে কাভার দাও। সেটা রাইট, নিউ বলার রাইট মোর।
Them in the last edition. Tanvir Haider is also there. But speaking of AB, he is here. Was the top wicket taker in the previous edition of the National Cricket League with 19 wickets. So AB and Hashim on the side, rocking the green. Resemblance of a side from the southern part of a continent. And I've come to hear that that's a side Shanu Rabbani isn't very fond of.
No, isn't very fond of, is extremely fond of. Yeah, but
Isn't very extremely fond of.
yeah, I'll find some other word for it. Probably say #1 fan of then.
So you're saying that you're a Rangpur fan in the NCL, are you?
Yeah, definitely. They've got quite a few players, as you mentioned, the likes of AB, top wicket taker, and we're getting the stats from ABP. And yeah, this is something. The perfect shot deserves the perfect ride, 𝗂𝐽𝐸 Group. If a batter can hit a 6 that directly hits that place, then they will win a bicycle from 𝗂𝐽𝐸 Group. And I'm sure it'll be lovely to ride a few bicycles around these parts of the country.
More 6s, more bicycles, which means they're not for you, Shanu. And you've got to be neutral. Just because they're rocking green and they've got a Hashim and an AB doesn't mean you get to support a team on the mic. It represents the whole country. It's the National Cricket League, Al Arafa Islami Bank, NCL T20, powered by Turbo.
I absolutely agree with you, though you're turning me into a Rangpur fan forcibly. But yes, for now, I would say that I will support good cricket, not any team, as we all should. We should all support good cricket that leads to a better pipeline for the national team, a better cricket infrastructure as well, and enjoyable for the fans. I'm sure fans have enjoyed Sohan's innings in the first match.
Yeah, surely the outstanding one, Habibur Rahman Chauhan, almost got to a century, and that always, you know, augurs well for the tournament as such, and even Bangladesh cricket. But in fact, quite a few performances were there, starting from Shomo Sarkar, Afif Hussain, Nazmul Hussain Shanto. But of course, Habibur Rahman Chauhan with that match-winning knock stands out. Last ball of the over. Taken pace off, happy to nudge it for a single. It's been quite a busy over with singles and doubles. 8 done, 40 for 2, Dhaka.
ভাই 2 মিনিট পিছায় আছি একটু কুইক করি সবাই 1 মিনিট কমাইছি আর একটু কমাই লাইন থাকো
40 for 2 after 8 overs, and you see the coaching staff and David Hemp, Arshad Khan, Corey Collymore in charge of the HP setup. So they've been here taking notes following what's been transpiring. Seems like it was a close call. Well, I've got someone whose opinion I can take. Mazharuddin Omi.
Thank you, Shamana. Direct hit would have been gone. That's the importance of direct hits in any form of cricket. Yeah, good to see David Hebb and the coaching staff of the high performance squad having a closer look at the proceedings here in Sylhet. As we mentioned earlier, this NCL T20 has been a big platform for the players who are looking to make into the national team and as well as the youngsters trying to prove themselves. In the middle, 𝗵𝗍𝗠𝗠𝗀 on 3, Ariful on 19. They are 41 for 2. We are into the 9th over of the innings. Too wide, too wide. Yeah, the idea was to bowl a bit wider to the right-hander. He's got a deep point in place. So taking the pace off the ball will be key.
Agreed with you on that. And agreed with you on something you were saying previously. Will continue after this delivery.
Bit of misfield allows Onkon to take a single.
Yeah, the run was not on, but yes, the importance of having this Al Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo, better late than never. It started last year, and a much needed one given T20 cricket, and this format, this of franchise cricket, has gained so much popularity. One of the, of course, after Test match cricket, I'd say one of the primary formats in today's world of the game, loved by many. So it was much needed. So it was credit to the cricket board for launching this last year. As I said, better late than never. One thing we all could have learned from or could do better was the timing of scheduling it, and that prompted the cricket board to schedule it in this part of the year. Yes, many must have spoken about the schedule, the rain and everything, the season, but it's important that this is held before the BPL.
What a shot, nicely played, inside out, over extra cover for a boundary. It was too full for the batter this time around, and Onkon just launched onto it.
Yeah, was up there for the taking, wide Yorker. Idea wasn't bad, but Onkon was equal to the task. Back foot, front foot in the air, nicely behind it, and enough for 4.
Roll of the fingers again, sensible cricket. Taking single after hitting that boundary to rotate the strike. Yeah, just to add to your point, 𝗏𝗏𝗧, you mentioned about the timing, but the players always want to go out there and play, and there can't be any better preparation than playing matches rather than sitting along or maybe practicing throughout the year. Matches gives you that confidence and game sense as well, which we need a lot. Too close to cut that one. Missing that outside edge. End of the over. After 9, Dhaka 49 for 2. It's match number 2 of this Al Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo in this Sylhet edition. After the resumption, we have seen the first match of the day of this tournament, where Rajshahi division go on to win by 8 wickets over Khulna. It was rather a one-sided affair, but we have seen some very good cricket as well. Habibur Rahman Sohan just missing out his 100 for just 6 runs. And at the moment, Dhaka are now looking to post a good total on the board. Anam, the new bowler, comes in as Onkon takes a single towards long on.
Anamul Haq Anam introduced into the attack, is bowling from the Turbo electrolyte sports drink end. So pace of the ball so far serving good for Rangpur.
Yeah, they need to play sensible cricket at the moment. But at the same time, both the batters have spent some time in the middle, so they will be looking for those odd boundaries every over now. They've got 8 wickets in hand. Shafin Sharif, the TV umpire today.
And not the easiest job. One might think that being in the AC box in front of the TV. But we know that there's a lot of protocol and a lot of things to be followed. And just had the privilege of having a conversation with Simon Toffel, who's here, legendary umpire, and he mentioned something. Match referee 𝗂𝗏 𝗂𝗏, former player of the Bangladesh cricket team, of course. And he mentioned that there are some who are better at on-field umpiring, being on-field umpires, but there are some who are actually good at being a TV umpire. So there's no reason to feel that if you're a good on-field umpire, necessarily you'll be a good TV umpire also.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity for the local umpires to learn from the best. Simon Toffel, we know, is known for his outstanding umpiring during his days. He's now educating the umpires. So it's a great opportunity for the locals to learn from him. 4 singles so far in this over. And here comes the big shot from 𝗫𝗏 and finds the gap as well. Gone all the way for maximum.
It had to come. Was about time. They'd both taken a few deliveries, but it's the skipper who takes the responsibility, gets the ball in his arc, and his eyes lit up. Slightly full. Guilty of overpitching. Not too full, but he dragged it. Down on one knee, stretched it, and 6.
Again, very good cricket. After that 6, looking for those strike rotation. A good over comes to an end. 11 coming from it for Dhaka. They are 60 for 2. We are halfway through the innings.
Quick jump. Come on. Quick jump. Backline. ওটা ছেড়ে দাও, এখানে চলে আসো। Long off. আপনি মিড উইকেট চলে যান ভাই, ডিপ মিড উইকেট চলে যান। Center.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah, center. আমরা আরেকটু এদিকে আসেন, দুইজন। আরো যাও, অঙ্কনের সময় আরো কাভারের দিকে থাকো। হ্যাঁ, থাকো। মামুন বডি ফেলে দিব। কম হাসো।
They're back after the drinks break. Dhaka division 60 for 2 after 10. Hasim to continue. Bowled well today. Onto his final over of the spell. Gave away 14 runs from his first 3 overs. There's a partnership building at the moment for Dhaka. 𝗬𝗏𝗠𝗀 on 19 of 13. Ariful taking a bit of time, 22 of 27. I'm sure they will be looking to score some more runs now. Trying to give some room, finds the gap, will get a single.
Yeah, they do have a bit of batting to follow in Shubhagata Home Chaudhary, Musaddiq Hussain Shoykot, Taibur Rahman, Mahfuzur Rabbi can hit the ball well. Played a blinder of a knock last year. But with that in mind and 8 wickets in hand, of course you need to respect the bowling. I think they'll look to be a bit more proactive and put pressure on the fielders.
The feature of Hasim's bowling today has been taking the pace off the ball. He's not afraid to toss the ball up, but at the same time he's bowling a lot slower, so that providing that slowness in the surface, so the batters have to go hard at him.
Ariful needs to get going.
Loves to play that sweep shot pretty often, Ariful. He'll only get a single. But yeah, pressure's been mounting now, especially with wickets in hand for Dhaka division. They must tie someone 180.
Especially with having seen the previous match where 171 wasn't enough. And he himself in the toss also mentioned somewhere around that 180, 190.
Ran the first one hard, looking for the second, no. Good fielding in the deep and good bowling as well. Very good over by Hasim. Just 5 runs coming from that over. Dhaka 65 for 2 after 11. Anam to continue from the turbo end, gave away 11 runs from his first over. Hasim bowled a very good previous over. In fact, he bowled a very good spell of his 4 overs, though he was unable to pick up a wicket, but very economical. Goes for that slog again. Fielder there, not finding the boundary. Slowly the frustration must be creeping to these two batters.
I think it should. Like, I like the fact that they are calm. You know, that gives you a sense of control, know what you can do. But time's also perhaps running out. Now you see that intent, but perhaps trying to hit it too hard. Power, the pace is not offered, so you need to power it out or time it beautifully.
Rightly pointed out, Shamanna, and at the same time, the bowlers are bowling according to the field, making it even more difficult for the batters. Goes for that big slog sweep again. Shamanna, we mentioned about the HP coaches having a look at this match in this NCL T20. I've seen the two selectors as well, Hasibul Hussain Shanto and Abdul Razak. The two national selectors are also here in Sylhet. So they're giving a lot of importance to this NCL T20. And taken. Just as I mentioned, the frustration must be creeping, and Ongkon says enough, and he goes for that big shot. Couldn't time it properly, sliced it in the air, and a good catch taken in the end.
Something had to give. And it's the Dhaka skipper who takes it upon himself. Tries to take the charge. Again trying to hit hard. Top edge induced. And then it was a good catch taken. So Ongkon, he has to depart. Takes a good catch. Captain goes. So Dhaka in some sort of in a spot of bother. Ongkon gone for 22. It's 67 for 3.
Can you hear me? Because I cannot hear anything Babu is saying.
Experienced Mosaddeq Hossain Shoykot comes into the middle as Dhaka division is looking to score some quick runs, and in the process they lost the wicket of the skipper Maidul Ongkon. Anam picking up his first wicket, and I have to give credit to Hasim. He's kept things tight, though he didn't pick up a wicket, but still he created that pressure that eventually paying the price in favor of Anam from the other end. Bowling slow will be the key, taking the pace off the ball will be the key. Gives it a charge, gets off the mark Mosaddeq.
Yeah, it will be important that they can form a partnership out of here. Seems that it is the end of the over. It's there's one more ball left. So it's not the over. 68 for 3. Yes, it's important that these two form a partnership, and they need a few boundaries to go in their favor. But yes, you know, we've seen how young our national team is, unfortunately losing the match last night. It also gives you a hint that, you know, if you're a batter, if you can make your mark, there is an opportunity.
Short ball again, finds the gap. Ariful is the man for Dhaka division. He's already got the start. Now he needs to accelerate the run rate. End of the over, boundary to finish it. Dhaka 72 for 3.
AB starts off from the 𝗂𝗚 Islami Bank end. The defending champions playing like champions over here, championing the heat at the moment. Slower delivery to start off. It's been a very good outing for the Rangpur side. They look the most well-gelled unit, have been since the last season. Consistently retain most of the core every year. And a lot of them play in the longer version as well, in the T20 version. They've brought in some reinforcements. Almost chopped onto the stumps. Ariful still tentative. Yes, he's got the start. He needs to carry on, not in this fashion. Like a few runs as well. Yes, almost chopping that onto the stumps. Had a little discussion amongst them right now. Captain departed just a while ago. So AB with a good start to this over, as I welcome my co-commentator Shanu Rabbani.
Yeah, thanks a lot to ABP. As we see AB back. Takes pace off, but Ariful cuts it away into the gap. 4 more to him.
That's a nice shot, well placed. Just past the point fielder, exactly the kind of recipe he was looking for. Outside off with on offer. Takes full toll of it. Alauddin Babu tried that cheeky off cutter, did not pay off. No movement off the pitch, a valiant effort from the fielder. Ariful gets a much needed boundary which takes him past 30. He really needs to stick around if Dhaka wants to post a competitive total.
Wow, innovation now. Back-to-back boundaries. Ariful starting to get a move on.
Well picked. Just saw the short third. Swapped it over his head. An easy boundary. But these are high-risk shots that you need to execute to perfection, and that's what he did. The timing was just right. And the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium outfield will give you value for your shots. So Alauddin Babu under a lot of pressure right now. 2 boundaries conceded.
Cuts it straight to the fielder. Oh, a valiant effort. Unfortunately for Alauddin Babu, unfortunately for Ariful, he survives.
That wasn't the easiest of catches to be taken. Went to him pretty quick. Mostly was in the right position to take that catch, but dropped it right at the end. Had he taken that, Rangpur could have been in a much better position.
Well, Ariful all of a sudden not going for that run, and then in the end the overthrow does happen. End of the over, it's 83 for 3.
রাফি তুমি যাও, তুমি বাইরে যাও। ভাই যাও, চলো কুইক করো, কুইক করো। ভাই ভাই এদিকে থাকো, একটু থাকলে একটু এদিকে থাকো। আপনি ঠিক আছেন ভাই, আপনি ঠিক আছেন। হ্যাঁ ভাই আপনি একটু নাসির ভাই
NCL T20 2025-26 powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink in association with Walton Lily Oryx and Ace Properties. As Anam, who dropped the catch in the last over, fielding at gully, comes into the attack once again. Down the track, Mossadegh using his feet. Between the two fielders, it goes all the way for a maximum.
Typical 𝗃𝗺𝗀𝗃 𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗃. Steps out and hits it as straight as he can. Not a lot of power involved, but quite a bit of timing. Got to the pitch of the ball, not a lot of turn on offer. Just went through with the swing. A clean bat swing gives him a much needed 6 that builds some momentum for this Dhaka innings. They needed this. They've seen 170 not being enough. Chased down within 17 overs in the previous game, played at this particular wicket. Change of bat. So the 6 and a change of bat for Mossadegh. It's off to 9 from 4. Dhaka actually have a very, very experienced middle order core as well. Quite a few all-rounders. Mossadegh will be followed by Shubhagato Home. There are a few others. 𝗍𝗵𝗂𝗧, another one to mention. So they've got some depth. Mahfuzur Rahman Rabbi, another young talent coming in from the age levels. So they can, if they want, to maybe play a bit more fearlessly.
Parvez talking about Parvez. Need to see a Shahnur in cricket. Wonder when that happens.
Shahnur sounds more like a hero's name. You'd find a lot of Parvezes in cricket.
Again, use of the feet. And yes, while the bat change was happening, you saw Akbar Ali having a long conversation with his bowler Anam, because it feels like this is the over, they want to go for it. And in the last delivery, he went down the track. Yes, failed to middle it, but Mossadegh seems to have an eye on what he wants to do against this bowler. Doesn't spin it too much, doesn't flight it too much. If you can read the trajectory of the ball, go guns, all guns blazing. And this is a good line to be bowling. The delivery to Ariful, yes, slightly high risk going down leg, but this is the line.
Was that a missed opportunity for Akbar Ali as well? Could grab that maybe, a difficult take. There was an opportunity for a stumping. Mossadegh back on strike, his experience much needed for Dhaka. They've lost the services of Saif Hassan, captained them in the last season. Comfortably finding the gaps, both the batters, but they need probably a bit more than that. It's the 14th over. They still haven't reached the 3-figure mark.
Yeah, but this over, the last 2 deliveries, they've been good. I'd say he's bowling according to his field with long on, long off in play, a deep mid-wicket and a deep point as well. Now that's lofted. Ariful, has he found the gap? Oh, now that is a bad misfield. It trickles away for 4 more runs.
Fortuitous runs for Ariful on that occasion. Sloppy fielding, 2 fielders converging. Tried to find that gap. Just look at that. Extremely casual. Akbar won't be happy with that.
And I'm proving to be expensive here. Outside edge. And the dot ball brings about the end of another over after 14. It's 96 for 3. Big 6 overs for the batting team. Mosaddek and Ariful in the middle. You have to say Ariful's set 42 from 39 has to improve the number of runs he's scoring from the number of deliveries he's playing as Mamoon comes back into the attack. Mosaddek, on the other hand, 11 from 6. He is on strike. Long on, long off, deep mid-wicket in place. And that's good bowling according to the field. There is a deep point as well, and a deep backwardish square leg. So 5 fielders outside the circle, and most of them in front of the V.
He's not going to go for a lot of pace. Short third, short fine in position. Will try to bowl full. Goes for the reverse. His go-to shot, Ariful. The ball has enough legs to reach the boundary. An important one, considering the context of the game. That's the shot that he more often than not goes to against lower bowlers.
Yeah, sort of expected a length delivery despite the field settings, and he got exactly what he wanted. 4 more runs to Ariful, the second time he scored a boundary. Keep in mind, usually we see such reverse sweeps or reverse slaps against spinners as the 100 comes up. A more conventional shot. 6 runs so far from the first 3 deliveries.
100 comes up. It's 102 for 3 overall. Dhaka will need to up the tempo. There is a possibility going 10 and over. They could still reach a score of 150 to 60. Could that be enough? That is the big question.
Again, not timed perfectly, but 1 more still added to the total. Now this is good bowling. Apart from that 1 delivery that went for a boundary, the others have been good by Abdullah Al Mamoon. He's got 2 more overs left after this. Given that Mugdha hasn't bowled an over and he hasn't returned to the ground after picking up whatever injury he has picked up. So 2 more overs need to be made up. Ghaffar Sakline has bowled 2. Alauddin Babu has bowled 2. Abdullah Al Mamoon into his second over. Enamul Haq Anam with 3. Oh, now almost seemed like there could be a mix-up because Mosaddek had almost crossed the halfway mark in the pitch and Ariful remains stoic. But in the end, 1 more run.
Seven runs from the first 4 balls of the 15th over. Or 8 runs from 5 deliveries. And another single to end the over. 9 coming of it after 15. It's 105 for 3.
Sakline! চলো ভাই চলো নেক্সট ওভার গ্লাস দিন গ্লাস নিয়ে নিব জাস্ট দৌড়ে নিয়ে নিব হ্যাঁ নেক্সট ওভার গ্লাস নিয়ে নিব আচ্ছা মেকে দাও তুমি আবার আসো হাসি মেকে পয়েন্টে দাও লাস্ট সিজন আউট হলে বলবো
Back in with the ball in hand, Mr. AB from the 𝗃𝗏𝗃 sports drink end. Slower ball to start off. Keeps a tad bit low. Mosaddek Hossain Shoykot trying to go for that expansive slash outside off. One of his go-to shots as well. It's pretty solid as a batter. He's played international cricket, represented Bangladesh in important major tournaments. He's got a truckload of experience under his belt. This time on the up. Does it find the gap? It does. A very important boundary for Mossadegh, one of the best shots of the innings.
Yeah, he looked very good in the last few overs as well after coming on to the middle. And this time, almost guides it. Elegance, timing, placement, everything in that shot. 𝗁𝗂𝗃 𝗁𝗂𝗃. He's shifting gears.
Again steps out, this time even harder. And the result is another boundary though. We'll have to check and confirm with the umpire. The fielder at long off was in contention. Could he have taken the catch? Should he have taken the catch? That is the question.
Yeah, for some reason he chose to run forward, and then he realized that, oh, he's missing the trajectory of the ball. Completely misjudged. And in the end, it proves to be costly. 4 more runs added to the total. Should have been a wicket though. 𝗁𝗂𝗃 lucky to still be there.
Back-to-back boundaries followed by a single. Are they pushing for the second? No. I've seen instances of some sloppy fielding from the Rangpur team. Pride themselves on being one of the best fielding sides, especially since the last NCL. Fielding has been one of their stronger attributes.
Now, smacks it. It goes all the way. It's a maximum.
Beautiful, beautiful from Ariful. And he has a chance to celebrate and raise his hand. The NCL always brings good luck for this top order batter. Just look at that full flow. It was there to be hit. It was flat and straight. A 6 to bring up his 50. 54 from 43, gradually picking up the tempo.
Expensive over. 19 from it so far. In the end, it's a dot ball to finish. A good over for Dhaka. 120 for 3.
ভাই এটা উপরে আছে উপরে আপনি যান ভাই আপনি যান ও চলে আসে আর এই দিকে উপরে ও ওদিকে উপরে ওকে শেখর রাজে মোবা
Suckling back into the attack. 2 overs, 1 for 14. He's bowled well. Into the death overs we are. 4 more overs left, and Dhaka, they are starting to go through the gears. Shifting from 3rd to 4th. Can they find 5th gear? 19 runs came from the last over. Most expensive one in the innings so far. Oh, a very good delivery to start things off. Despite the single, that's the sort of ball you need to be bowling at the death and with a field where there is a long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, deep point. All the fielders in front of the V.
This partnership looks good, especially Ariful started slow, gradually moving up. 54 of 44 so far. He'd want to bat at a quicker pace from now onwards.
Kind of gets it in the inside part of the bat. One more run added, 𝗧. He's got a very important job to do, especially with 𝗬𝗃𝗃 perhaps not being able to bowl again.
It will be really hard to replace the likes of 𝗬𝗃𝗃. Unfortunate for Rangpur to lose him so early in this match. Let's just hope that's not a very serious injury. Should be called a wide. Is called a wide. We've seen this concerted effort from the medium pacers of Rangpur to try and keep the balls away from the batter's hitting range. We've seen length balls, full length balls, all wide down the offside. For both the batters, for Mossaddeq, for Ariful, the strategy has been the same. They've packed the offside field as well. A wideish deep third, a sweeper.
Again, a very good ball. They're looking for the second. Have to run hard, and they do. Excellent from Mossaddeq and Ariful. So Parvez, I've got a question for you. With 𝗬𝗃𝗃 not being able to bowl the 2 overs, and we know that 𝗧 will bowl over number 19, who are the other 2 bowlers that will fill up the remaining quota of overs?
Maybe the top wicket taker from last season. He's got one more over, Alauddin Babu. I'm sure he's going to come on at some point. Another wide, ill-disciplined from 𝗧 in his 3rd over. Has been good, bowled an over within the power plays, and then now being given the responsibility, the death end of the innings. A few spectators. This is just a restart. We hope for bigger crowds from now onwards. Again full, this time within the stumps.
Perhaps watching us from the ground and also on TapMat. You are viewing us on T-Sports and TapMat. The Al-Arafa Islamic Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink. 𝗧, despite the 2 wides, I think he's bowled very well. Especially when you have the likes of Ariful and Mossaddeq. Both of them are set, looking to play big shots. Bowling from the Al-Arafa Islamic Bank end is 𝗧. The misfield by the captain himself allows for a bye. And it's a wide as well.
So quite a few extra deliveries in this over. 𝗧, I'm not sure he'd be very happy to bowl 3 extra deliveries in this over. 3 wides already. A bye to go along with it. In terms of runs, maybe not a lot, but in terms of length of the over, this is a marathon, it seems. 129 for 3 into the 17th over. He'll want to finish it. That was a legal ball, but where does it go? Over the top, all the way. Mossaddeq Hossain, yet another straight 6.
ABP, I must say, that was not such a bad delivery. Had to get underneath it. Look at him standing deep in his crease because of the length and still taking the fielder on at long on. He went back a bit to make sure he can get underneath the ball. Excellent from Mosaddeq, using all his experience.
Outside off. Timing was well. Settles down for a single at the end of the 17th over. Another productive one for Dhaka. It's 136 for 3.
আবার ওয়াকিটকিতে বলা কি দরকার আমি তোমার মুখে কইতে দিতে ওয়াকিটকি মনে হইতো ভালো অপশন হবে ছোট হইছে তাতে কি বল তো আমি দিছি এখন এইমাত্র দিছি ইনশাআল্লাহ ভাই
They are 136 for 3 after 17. They've got 7 wickets in hand, 3 more overs to go. First ball, full toss. Mosaddeq Hossain finds the gap and will get the boundary. Boundary of the first ball of the over. Pressure back on the bowler.
Absolutely. Mosaddeq Hossain reaping rewards of the platform set by his partner Ariful. Launching onto that, it was a full toss waiting to be hit, but he had to place it well. And place it well he did. Way outside the reach of the long-on fielder. Desperate attempt to stop it, but yes. First ball boundary.
Short ball pulled away, finds the gap. Again, back-to-back boundaries from Mosaddeq Hossain. He's dealing in boundaries now.
He's absolutely toying with the field. The same fielder had to run almost 20 yards to his left in the previous ball, and this time had to run to his right. It's Mosaddeq piercing the onside gaps. This time in front of square. It was in the air. Safe enough, far enough from the fielder. Back-to-back boundaries once again. Alauddin Babu in his last over, or should I say Mamun, is coming in from the turbo end.
Takes that on the full again, straight to the fielder at point. A rare dot delivery. But what a knock Mosaddeq played so far. 42 of just 20 deliveries.
He's been timing it really well since he's come on. Good fielding effort, Abu Hashim.
Too wide again. It's the sort of field setup that forced Mamun to bowl that wide outside the off stump. This time a bit too offline. Never easy for a bowler.
It's also never easy when you know you have to proxy for someone, the likes of Mukidul Mugdho. His 2 overs will be dearly missed by Rangpur at the death end.
Bowled a lot wide of the crease, creating that angle. Mamun, he's a thinking bowler. Despite being struck for those 2 boundaries, he came back well.
This was much better. Just trying to keep the ball away from Mosaddeq's hitting arc, and yet within the parameters where it won't be a wide.
Again aerial. Again finds the gap. 3rd boundary of the over. Off the bat of Mosaddeq Hossain. He's taking on Mamun.
Brilliant shot. Another shot where he shows his class And his accuracy of finding the gaps is astounding. Just look at that. Smashed it. Went straight out of the middle part of the bat, but no chance for the long off fielder. 3 boundaries in the over. Expensive one. Dhaka really shifting gears at the moment.
Nicely bowled. Onto the block hole. But still a single taken. 14 coming from Mamun's over. After 18, Dhaka division 150 for 3.
Quick call, hey! Tell me what is the solution? Come on, quick call!
Alauddin Babu comes into the attack from the Al Arafa Islami Bank end. Shot third, short fine leg, short square leg, deep mid wicket, long on in place. Long off, sweeper and deep point as well. Moves towards the offside, straight to the fielder, stationed for that particular shot. Mosaddek will only get a single.
Just a single from Mosaddek, fast approaching another 50. We've seen quite a few 50s already as the Al Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 2025 powered by Turbo restarts today. The previous game offered 4 50-plus knocks. This game itself, Ariful already went past that. Mosaddek also very close.
On the block hole. Good bowling. He's been expensive so far today, Alauddin Babu. And his final over of his spell conceded 34 runs without picking up a wicket. Dhaka, on the other hand, must be eyeing somewhere near 170, 175.
And that still might not be enough. First and over sealed at just 60. Again, bowling way outside the off. An excellent delivery. Alauddin Babu really saw the batter move, walk across his stumps, and then bowled it even wider.
Yeah, the idea for Mosaddek was to drag back towards that onside with only one fielder patrolling the boundary apart from the long on. Short square leg inside the circle, there's fine leg. 3 fielders on the offside patrolling the boundary. Wide, full, but straight to the fielder. Bowling according to the field setup. That's very good from Alauddin Babu.
Hasn't got a wicket. Top wicket taker of the previous season of the NCL T20. But obviously at the death end, showing his experience once again. Has been accurate. This could have been a big over, but that hasn't happened.
Again, premeditating. Ariful this time was way outside the off stump. He tried to drag that on the onside. The connection was not the best. Only a single.
It's a massive over for Rangpur. I think they've pulled things back. Just the 4 runs in the penultimate over of this Dhaka batting innings. 2 set batters and yet not being able to access the boundaries.
Nicely struck again. Will he reach the fence? No. Fielder does well at long off. Mosaddek will get a couple and reach his 50. 50 of just 28 deliveries after 19. Dhaka 156 for 3. We are into the final over of the innings. Dhaka 156 for 3 after 19. Mosaddek Hossain just reached his 50 of just 28 balls. Ariful on 57 of 47 deliveries. And they must be eyeing someone near 170. 𝗂𝗏𝗧 to bowl the final over of the innings. Conceded 30 of his 3 overs. Picked up a wicket. He's coming from turbo end. Goes for that Yorker. Nicely bowled. Will get a single.
Rangpur wouldn't mind the singles, to be honest. They've done well. Babu's last over was very good from Rangpur's perspective. Mosaddek Hossain Shoykot, glorious knock, 28 deliveries for his 51, 5 fours and a couple of sixes, hitting at a strike rate of 182. He's been the aggressor in this partnership, while Ariful held fort. Big 5 balls coming up from 𝗂𝗏𝗧.
Again, trying to play that on the onside. Premeditation. You'd rather should play through the line of the ball. He seems to be in a very good touch, so why not using that long handle straight?
He's done it in this innings. It's quite surprising that both Ariful and Mosaddek have always tried to drag it to the leg side. We've seen quite a few times they've played and missed.
And right on the block hole. It's been a very good final over from 𝗂𝗏𝗧 so far. Just 2 from the first 3 deliveries.
The plan has been very simple from the Rangpur medium pacers at least. They've kept an offside heavy field with boundary riders, and then Akbar has instructed his bowlers to bowl wide down the off, not giving any opportunity for both the batters who love to hit it down the leg side. They've just not found those balls.
Outstanding bowling. Outstanding bowling by 𝗂𝗏𝗧. Stick to the basics. Never try to do anything different, just eyeing those block hole and bowling according to the field setup.
Well, both the batters trying their best. They've tried the drive and then the helicopter, but still just getting a single. Final 2 balls coming up.
This time onto the stumps, and Mosaddek Hossain clears the fence quite comfortably for a sixer. After a long time, Mosaddek Hossain finally manages to hit the ball out of the ground in the final over. They were eyeing to play some big strokes, eventually coming off the bat of this man.
That's a brilliant shot. Was waiting for something around his hitting arc within the stumps. This was within the stumps. And the use of the crease from Mosaddek was excellent. Just sat back, waited, flicked it on for a massive 6, off to 58. Final ball of the innings.
Aerial, and it goes a long way over long off for a 6. What a way to finish the innings for Dhaka division. They move on to 171 after 20 overs. And Mosaddek Hossain played a crucial cameo knock for Dhaka division. That's the 6 again.
It was a slower delivery, well picked by Mosaddek Shoykot, almost hitting the Yaqub group cutout, almost getting a bicycle. It obviously gave very important runs to his side. The final ball going out of the boundary. So momentum for Dhaka. Both the batters will be happy with their efforts. 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗃 and Ariful both not out. Both scoring 50s and exactly 171 after 20 overs. Exactly the number of runs that in the previous game Khulna scored as well. It's been a story of two halves. First 10 overs yielding just 60 runs, and the next 10 was much productive, more productive for the Dhaka division.
Ariful remained unbeaten on 59 of 49. Ongkon adding 22 of 18, but 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽 unbeaten 64 of 32 helped Dhaka division to go on to post that total of 171 for 3, finishing off with a 6 in the final ball of the innings.
Yes, it's been a great display of batting from 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽. On the other hand, Rangpur a bit handicapped after 𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗽 got injured. His 2 overs yielded 6 runs and a wicket. Saklain and Anam picking up a wicket each, but none of them proving effective in terms of containing the batters. Just Hashim and 𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗽 with excellent economies. The others pretty expensive.
Yeah, Dhaka division gaining that momentum in the final over with that 6, and it has been a struggle up front for Dhaka division courtesy of this man on screen. They lost early wicket of 𝗃𝗵𝗄𝗃 up front. Jisan Alam trying to play some strokes, also cheeky at times, trying to play some gorgeous shots. In the process, Jisan Alam was the next to depart. Saklain picking up the wicket. But since then, Ariful played some outstanding shots. This guy can bat.
Yes, he can. Ongkon tried to accompany him for a while, but he went off too. And then came in 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗃, most vital partnership of this innings. 104 runs added by 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽 and Ariful. Strokes all over the park. That one of Ariful's trademark reverses. 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽 was very strong straight down the ground. Finished it off with a massive 6 as well. Just look at the lift that he got, especially within the V zone. It's been a 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗃 show all over the Dhaka innings. Even at the death end, he's found ways to find those gaps. Another flick from 𝗁𝗃𝗂𝗽 that went all the way. Flurry of 6s to end the Dhaka division innings. And they've posted a handsome total of 171 for the loss of 3 wickets. So, Dhaka have scored 100 well, Rangpur would need 172 runs to win. We'll be back shortly with the Rangpur batting innings.
Hello and welcome back to the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Everybody, we're here for the 𝗲𝗲𝗃𝗃 Islami Bank National Cricket League T20 25-26, powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink. And the match is between Dhaka Division and the defending champions of NCL T20 Rangpur Division, where 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 won the toss and invited 𝗫𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Dhaka team to come in and have a bat first. Well, bowling-wise, Rangpur started well, but then after losing a few wickets, Ariful Islam came in and he stuck through thick and thin. And then later, 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 together put up a 104 runs partnership together, courtesy of which they reached a total of 171, which is identical to the total of the first innings of the previous match we just hosted here. On-field umpires are ready, just making sure everything else are in their places for the play to start. Shafiuddin Ahmed and Saiful Islam Joel, the on-field umpires today in this match. Tanveer Haider, we can see. Nazmul Islam Oppo. We're starting proceedings from the 𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃 Islami Bank end. First up, appeal, good shout, finger raised! Yes, if the batter got nothing on it, no glove, no bat, then it looked pretty straight to me. Got Shanu Rabbani with me. Hello and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Shafiuddin Ahmed. The umpire made no second guesses about raising his finger. And yeah, immediately the experienced Nazmul Hossain Appu comes in, gets a wicket. That of 𝗁𝗃, a bit of flight, and did it hit glove or not? That's out. That's what the umpire Shafiuddin Ahmed says. And with that, he's gone. 𝗁𝗃 is gone for a golden duck.
Nazmul Oppo strikes in the very first delivery. But by the gestures of 𝗁𝗃 Sarkar and having looked at the highlight, it seemed as if 𝗁𝗃 Sarkar was implying that there was some bat or glove on it. It might have been. The umpire rose the finger. It was tough to call. Seemed pretty adjacent to me as well. But that brings in the veteran, Naeem Islam, in at 3 for Rangpur. Now that's a setback, losing one of your openers at the very first delivery. Still no runs on the board. It's back to ball, does Naeem.
He's mixing it up very nicely, bowling a good channel. Oppo, the first two deliveries, he had to be on the money. You don't know whether this is a match-winning total, but you have to get off to a good start with the ball. And this time we're seeing some low bounce as well, Shamunnoy.
Well, he's got plenty of matches under his belt, Nazmul Islam Oppo, and most of the bowlers. And even if we refer to the first innings, where Dhaka were batting, taking pace of the ball has served the purpose. So variation. Just dragged it down. And too much. Hence, umpire signals wide. Good take behind the stumps by Mahidul Islam Ankon. Both the sides led by wicket keepers.
Good ball.
Runs of the bat.
Off the mark is Rangpur as well, and Yeah, wicketkeeper batters. We are in the era of Bangladeshi wicketkeeper batters from Liton Dash, recently Zakir Ali Onik deputizing for him as well, Nurul Hassan Sohan, and these two, as we see in the match currently going on in the Al Arafa Islamic Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink.
Quick single taken, good running between the wickets on this occasion. Surely. Once upon a time, wicketkeeper batters, they used to be a rare commodity. It's good to have a luxury to choose from, but nonetheless, you make your place in the squad. You need your batting to click as well. Inside edge. Fielder there. So it's a well bowled first over by Nazmul Islam Oppu. And Rangpur are 3 for 1.
Quick change kori bhai. Are, তাড়াতাড়ি আসো. Center right. Center. Bhaiya. Leg stump. ঠিক. Off. Are. Left arm ball coming round the gate.
So it will be spin, and that too left arm spin from both the ends for the Dhaka side. Mahfouz Rabbi. Edge! Taken! Wicket of the first ball happened in the Nazmul Islam Oppu over. No different on the occasion of this left arm spinner. Mahfouz Rabbi, first ball gets the wicket of Tanveer Haider. No second thought though on this occasion.
He gave it a lot of flight and air. Tanveer Haider almost had to wait for it and still couldn't manage to time it. In the end, a simple catch for the fielder at Kali Inamul. And 2 wickets in the first 2 overs. We talk about matchups. Well, it's working right now because 2 left arm off spinners are getting the wickets, and they got the wickets of right-handed batters. So Tanveer Haider gone after scoring just 1. Rangpur are 3 for 2.
Leg stump right.
Mahfouz Rabbi strikes the very first ball, bowling from the Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink end. Gets the wicket of a senior campaigner in Tanveer Haider. That brings in Abdullah Al Mamoon.
Very good. Very good, bhaiya.
Wouldn't know. Think they need a few deliveries to settle things here.
And when you're chasing, you win the power play, you're almost guaranteed to win the match. We saw that in the first game.
Good ball.
And over here, you have to say your money would be with the bowling side because they've taken 2 wickets in the power play overs.
And the middle overs, even in the Dhaka innings, they took a bit of time. Ariful was holding things together from one end. At times, consumed a few deliveries, but made up for it later on. So having lost 2 quick wickets, they need someone to anchor from one end, get a few deliveries under your belt, and then look for the gaps, because you need to make some runs, as you pointed out, in the power play.
Some batting still left. The captain 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, Nasir Hussain, experience there.
Well bowled, well bowled.
Chalo, boys. Keep going. Keep moving fast.
But yeah, as you rightfully said, this needs to be a big partnership for them to stay in the run chase.
Yeah, good ball.
Single of the last delivery. So well bowled over by Mahfuz Rabbi. 3 singles and a wicket off it. After 2, Rangpur are 6 for 2.
Hey. থাকো আরে এই থাকো তুমি থাকো
We're here in Sylhet, the city of tea gardens, Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, hosting the second match today of the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Islamic Bank NCL T20, powered by Turbo, in association with Walton, Lily, Oryx, and Ace Properties. Islamoku continues. So the big hoik does Abdullah Al-Mamoon, but deceived on this occasion outside the off. Now, he's got a off-heavy field in terms of the fielders inside the circle. Opu.
Good ball.
Hence looking to find the gap on the offside is Mamoon. Now, for him to play along with the turn, if he gets something on his pads, the 2 fielders guarding the boundary are a deep mid-wicket and long on.
Which means he doesn't want to give it too much width. Can't bowl it too short either. Changing his ends from over the wicket to around the wicket to the left-handed batter.
Good ball.
Yeah, changing that angle is Nazmul Islam Opu. So what he's challenging the batter to do is play against the turn and hit it on the onside. Otherwise, take on those fielders, take the challenge and find the gap on the off. Taken! Another one! Persisting with spinners pays off for Mahidul Ankon as Nazmul Islam Opu gets his 2nd wicket. Ripon Mondol with the catch.
You just spoke about taking the spinner on, playing against the spin. He tried to do that. In the end, lost his wicket. And that is wicket number 3 gone. Lovely loop and turn. Going with the action, the ball holding its trajectory. The batter almost premeditating a bit. And in the end, having to pay the price. Abdullah Al-Mamoon, he has to depart. He goes for 2, faced 8 deliveries. Rangpur in tatters, 3 wickets down for just 6 runs.
Let's go, boys.
Opu getting his 2nd wicket in his 2nd over. Using all his experience, bowling according to his field.
was looking to hit it on the offside. He sliced it, getting an outside edge. It was a fuller length delivery on the off stump. In Dhaka, they do have good fast bowlers in Shomon Khan and Ripon Mondol. Still haven't had to use them. Well, Rangpur have lost 3 wickets already. That brings in the captain 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. In the third over, sliding down and punished. Goes all the way for a maximum. Very first delivery, 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 faces.
That's the second time Oppo bowled it flat and down the leg side. In the first over, it went for a wide. This time, 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, a man in form, made no mistake. Got it perfectly. Despite it going down leg, he carried it along and it went all the way.
Yeah, he helped it on its way. It was a quicker delivery.
Yeah.
Comes in with that big bat lift again. Goes to that fielder, deep mid wicket, Shomon Khan there with the throw in. Yeah, he wouldn't have ideally expected to come in so early in the third over. 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃. 13 for 3. After 3 are Rangpur.
Oh yeah.
So spin continues from both ends. Left arm spin to be precise.
Keep going, guys.
Working
Keep going.
so far. Mahfouz Rabbi.
Catch.
Well played, well played. There's a gap there. Did not have enough momentum on it, which implies he did not get it from the meaty part of the bat. 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Keep going.
Yeah, the way his head went down, just after hitting that shot, you felt like he might have lost his wicket, but what he did was he wanted to run the first one hard.
And now soft hands. Key, again, crucial. Well, yes, it is the power play. Yes, ideally you think there are only 2 fielders guarding the boundary. You want to make the most of it, but rotating the strike is very important, especially if you've lost wickets, 1s and 2s. There are other ways of putting pressure on the fielding side. Goes straight, does Naeem Islam on this occasion. Beats the fielder, but not enough legs on it. They'll come back for the second.
See, 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, as soon as he's come into the crease, he's trying to run fast between the wickets, looking to play shots, and that has enabled his partner, Naeem, who's the more experienced batter, to try and free his arms a bit up too.
One more wicket, guys. One more wicket.
Yeah, well spotted.
Good ball.
And now you feel there's a sense of urgency. You say they're being proactive.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep supporting.
They have to be, they're way behind the 8 ball into the 4th over, and just 19 runs, despite this being a decent over. 6 runs from it.
Good ball. I like it, boy. I like it.
The single now will make it 7 of it. Better for Rangpur. After 4, Rangpur are 20 for 3. Time for change in the commentary box. It's time for Mazharuddin Ami and Ahmed bin Parvez.
Division are in a spot of bother. They are 20 for 3 after 4 overs. They're in chase of 172. Skipper 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 on 11 of 6, 9, 5 of 7. 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀 to bowl his first over from the Al-Arafa Islami bank end. He's got mid-off, mid-on, short mid-wicket, short fine leg. There's a deep square leg cover, backward point, deep third in place for the right-hander. Hurried him through. Huge shout though, a bit optimistic. Hello, Parvez.
Hello, hello, good afternoon. 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 trying to get out of that disastrous afternoon that Rangpur has been having, especially after coming into bat. Tad bit high, maybe going down leg. Needs a decision for the umpire. It's the first time that we see a fast bowler from Dhaka on show. First 4 overs done and dusted by the 2 left-arm spinners with a lot of success.
Trying to pull that, completely missed that one. I like that. I like that from 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀. A stare towards 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃. No bowler like that.
Akbar, that was pretty wild from him. Almost a no-look shot. Just found the air. No connection between ball and bat. A tad bit fuller. Ripon could have celebrated a wicket. He's trying to go all guns blazing, 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃.
Parvez, from a selector's point of view, we mentioned that the 2 selectors are here observing the matches and talking about 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃. As we all know, he led Bangladesh under-19 to the 2020 under-19 World Cup triumph. But since then, the type of growth the selectors may have hoped from 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃, they're yet to get that. Yes, he's got that natural leadership ability. He has got that very good game sense, game awareness. But the selectors might want to look a bit more as a batter from 𝗂𝗏𝗃. Try to chip that one on the onside. Not the best of connection. Will get a single. Leg byes confirmed by the umpire.
Yes, 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 has some potential. He has that game sense you were talking about, which is very important. Almost as important as being skillful as a batter. The only thing is to translate everything that he's done so far into numbers, into runs. Maybe it could start by having a good innings over here and maybe getting his team over the line. Oh, that was exactly what Ripon wanted to do a couple of balls earlier. There goes the Sioux celebration as well. Akbar, another wild swing. Swings into the air. The ball crashes onto the stumps.
There was a battle going on between Ripon and 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 right from the start of the over. Ever since 𝗂𝗏𝗃 tried to play that pull shot, 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀𝗃 gave a stare to 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 and then stick to the basics, hitting top of off stump. Outstanding bowling. 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 was premeditated right from the word go, trying to play that on the onside, and eventually his timbers gone as 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 departs after scoring 12 of 10. Rangpur struggling on 22 for 4. So Dhaka division picking up wickets at regular intervals. They picked up the 4th wicket inside the power play of Rangpur skipper 𝗂𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃, who tried to be a bit too fancy, and a send-off from 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗀𝗃. I like it. I like the aggression. And with that, Mr. Nasir Hussain comes to bat for Rangpur division, also known as NH69, Parvez.
Yes, and was a bit surprised that he wasn't given the ball. He can bowl. He's a proper all-rounder. 𝗁𝗂 Hussain. Beaten right away. 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀 really tearing it right now. He looks in the mood. 𝗁𝗂 didn't know what's coming his way. There was a little bit of movement just there. Almost evading from his shot. Another over goes by, a successful one for Dhaka and 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀. After 5, it's 22 for 4 Rangpur.
New bowler. Off. Right.
Rangpur division 22 for 4 in chase of 172. They just lost their skipper Akbar Ali, courtesy of 𝗵𝗺𝗺𝗀's brilliant bowling, as they are in a bit of bother now. Two experienced batters for Rangpur are in the middle, Naeem Islam and Nasir Hussain, as Shuman Khan comes into the attack from turbo end. In the air, just falling short of the field at short fine leg. Direct hit might have been also interesting. Everything is happening, Parvez.
The innings absolutely in disarray for Rangpur. They have to go big. This is the last over of the power plays. A direct hit would have gone. Could have been touch and go, absolutely. Mosaddek Hossain Shoykot with that throw. Hands on heads. It has been a disastrous start for Rangpur, the defending champions. First conceding more than 100 runs in the second 10 overs of their bowling innings, and then that was an edge. Very nicely stopped by Ongkon. Was moving the wrong way. Adjusted pretty nicely.
Yeah, the perfect shot deserves the perfect ride. If any batter can hit a 6, that directly hits the cutout of 𝗂𝗍𝗄𝗃 bicycles outside of the ring, they will win a bicycle from 𝗂𝗍𝗄𝗃 Group. More 6s, more bicycles, Parvez.
We need those 6s. Rangpur need those 6s at least at this point. Come on, go and hit some bicycles, Nasir. Steps out. The attempt was there. The shot is grounded.
I'd like to see how these two experienced batters approaches. They're 24 for 4. They're chasing 172. First and foremost, they need to build up a partnership. Yes, it's the final over of the power play, but at the same time, they must make sure they don't lose any more wickets. We've seen funny things happening in cricket. Even in this situation, Rangpur division can hope to win this game, but for that, they need to work really hard. Sensible cricket. Boundaries are hard to come by, so look for the singles.
On the brighter side for Rangpur, they've seen how Dhaka struggled initially in their batting innings. After 10, they were at 60. We've mentioned it quite a few times. So there is scope to accelerate if the batters get set. The next 10 overs could be vital. So Rangpur would ideally want to reach around 60 to 65, possibly within the first 10, and then maybe with wickets in hand, go and attempt to chase this down.
Again, trying to pull that one. Hurried through Nasir Hussain. Two quality seamers operating from two ends. I think he's hurt himself.
Nasir, yes, a smile on his face, but a grimace as well. Tried to step forward, a front foot pull attempted. The bat nowhere near the ball. Must have hit him in his belly region. Still down. The concerned umpire comes up, obviously trying to work his way back into full fitness. 𝗚𝗫𝗀 Hussain back in the domestic circuit after a little hiatus. Yes, there was an extra bounce. Was an under edge onto his stomach. That could hurt. That could hurt.
Yeah, that hurts, Parvez. That really hurts. Especially after that inside edge. It goes even faster. And initially, 𝗚𝗫𝗀 thought that he can bear the pain, but not long enough. It's quite hot and humid out there as well. So it's never easy for the players. And the way Dhaka division bowlers started off, it's been a dream start for them. Inside the power play, 4 wickets gone. They're defending the target of 172 again. Nasir Hussain going for the shot a bit too early. And with that inside edge, that hurt him. Yeah, just you mentioned about it's been a comeback, some sort of comeback for Nasir Hussain. We know how talented he was during his early years. Represented Bangladesh, one of the most talented all-rounders we have seen. Outstanding fielder, great batter, and also handy with the ball.
Well respected by his peers. 𝗫𝗠𝗠𝗀, a few others coming in, hoping that he gets back. But all these delays not helping the cause, not helping the momentum that Rangpur would want to start off with. The current run rate just 4.29. We were speaking of momentum. We're just within the power plays and the required run rate has gone past 10 already. So a difficult task made even more difficult with the loss of 4 big wickets. The last season of the NCL T20, a journey that the Rangpur division team really enjoyed. Nasir wasn't a part of that team. They thought they've strengthened their team by including him in the squad, in the lineup. And right away in the first game, he finds himself in a situation where all their hopes are banking on him at the moment. It's good to see him back, ready for play to resume. Shubman Khan, another experienced campaigner, has done well in his first over.
It was more of a frustration than nothing else for Nasir Hussain. End of the over. Dot ball to finish it. They are 25 for 4. Power play wrapped. Rangpur 25 for 4. They are struggling. The good thing is the field is spread now. They can look for those odd singles and doubles and maybe boundaries. They need more of those boundaries. The required run rate jumped over 10 now. To be precise, 10.5. Left-arm spinner Taibur Rahman comes into the attack. The idea will be to take the pace off the ball, make it more difficult for the batters, go hard at him. We've seen how the spinners slowed things up. But at the same time, the seamers also bowled really well, especially Ripon Mondal bowled really well from this end, replaced by Taibur. Started off with a flighted delivery. Naeem Islam misses it completely.
There's something about the quicks. Can bowl aggressively, who has that intent of aggression, making things even more entertaining for the watcher. Another arm ball.
I love it, boy.
He is a wily customer.
Still get low.
The experience of Naeem trying to access the cover region. There's a big gap over there. He's eyeing that. So far, no bat on ball.
Good Good ball, Dharo.
Again, tossed up delivery, inviting the batter to go for that big shot. He's a street smart cricketer. Taibur Rahman from Narayanganj. He's a prolific performer in the domestic circuit. Nasir Hussain played 5 deliveries for 1, struggled a bit.
Very good, Bajai. Keep going.
As the required run rate has now gone 10.8.
Oh!
And straight to the fielder. Nasir Hussain seems to be struggling a bit, Parvez.
Struggling a lot. I think he's struggling a bit with his fitness, struggling with the situation that his team is in and the requirement of him. Wide of the crease. Nice bowling from Taibur Rahman. Whizzing this over off. Bowling very quickly, giving no time for the batter to settle down.
It's a nothing shot in the end by Nasir Hussain. I don't know what he was trying, playing against the spin. Dot ball to end the over. End of over number 7. Rangpur 26 for 4.
Bajai. Bowler change.
Things are looking really tough at the moment for Rangpur. They are just 26 for 4 after 7. At this stage, Dhaka were 34 for 2. Not a lot of difference, however, 2 extra wickets for Rangpur caused the damage at the moment. Mahfuzur Rabbi, another left-arm spinner coming into the attack, bowled down the leg side first up. The batters will get a couple. It's given as leg buys.
The Dhaka division did not have a great outing. The last time the NCL T20 was played, they were captained by a different captain, Saif Hassan, who's currently along with the Bangladesh national team. Naeem on strike, trying to look at where the gaps are. Again, another dot ball, the pressure building on. How long can the bat in this particular fashion, Mazhar?
This innings is going nowhere, Parvez. Again a dot ball. Brilliant bowling by Rabbi, but at the same time, the 2 batters need to realize that they're chasing 172.
144 needed of 75.
Good ball.
Again,
I like it, boy.
a basic drive, a basic single. They need much, much more than this. Even if they focused on rotating the strike each and every ball, still could have at least gained some kind of momentum. You see a couple of singles being taken and then a few dot balls to accompany it.
Good ball.
Batters are literally allowing the Dhaka bowlers to dominate proceedings. Another bit of confusion. Throw from the deep. Neat and tidy over from Rabbi. Slowly making his mark as a bowling all-rounder.
Bowled well so far. Mahfuzur Rabbi, last ball of the over.
Good ball.
Darted in, shot. Will he find the gap? He does. Naeem Islam finally gets a boundary after a while for Rangpur. A boundary to finish the over. After 8, they are 34 for 4.
Change in the com box. Shamunay Ghosh and Shanu Rabbani are coming in.
Well, a much needed boundary in that final delivery. As I see that the runs required is 138 balls, remaining 72. Current run rate just 4.25. Difficult equation. Clean bowled. Nasir Hussain beaten by the low bounce. Couldn't understand that it would keep that low, and in the end sees his middle and leg stump disturbed. As I welcome 𝗂𝗏 𝗂𝗽𝗂𝗃 once again.
𝗘𝗵𝗃 has been bowling well. Darts that one in. Even in the previous over, he bowled a few like that. Yeah, that one went in. With the angle, quicker, stayed short as well, kept short and surprised Nasir. Cleaned him up. 5th wicket down for Rangpur. Nasir goes for 2. 34 for 5. Alauddin Babu is the new batter in for Rangpur division. He played well and had a few all-rounder performances in the previous edition of the NCL. 𝗘𝗵𝗃 getting a wicket of the very first delivery of the over. Flight offered. Gleefully accepted by Alauddin Babu. Uses those long levers. Here's it downtown. 1 bounce for 4.
See ball, hit ball. Seems like he's been there for ages. And we will have a quick check. All done. Yes, it is a boundary. First delivery.
Yes, boy. Good boy. Good boy. I love it, boy.
A bit of flight offered, which is kind of rare from 𝗘𝗵𝗃. But was in his arc, and he obliged, did Alauddin Babu. Well, they need something special from here. They need more of these with just 5 wickets in hand. Inside edge. Lucky for the batter. Could have gone on to hit the stumps.
The exact word I'd use for what 𝗘𝗵𝗃 is doing is he's getting the ball to zoot through. So it holds its line instead of spinning away from the batter. And that's what did Nasir Hussain in, along with the low bounce, and this time for Alauddin Babu as well.
Good ball. I love it, boy. Keep bowling.
In the end, he'll be happy to take a single.
And gives Naeem Islam the strike back. Now he's faced 18 deliveries. Scored 13 of that. Soft hands used. Happy to rotate the strike. The innings really didn't get going, Shanur. You know, they've lost wickets at regular intervals. Will be the end of the over. It's 40 for 5, Rangpur.
Cover jo. Sir, reporting. Reporting. Yeah, touch up. let's go, boy. Come on. Come on, boy.
Nazmul Islam Oppo. Change of ends for him.
Good ball. Good in, boy.
Slows the pace down.
Yes, boy.
Looking for the single. Not there, not there. Initially, he bowled from the Al-Rafa Islami Bank end. Now bowling from the turbo end. They have made the job difficult for the Rangpur batters, undoubtedly.
Yes, boy.
And the way he's bowling, we've seen Oppo really vary his pace very nicely. At times he slowed things down, at times he sped it up.
To the pads. Initially, at least Alauddin Babu was thinking of running the first one hard. Maybe there was a second, but the pace offered from the bowler himself was so much that it wasn't slow enough. So there wasn't much scope for the batters to come back for the second. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off, in position.
Oh, yes, boy.
Wide.
Almost every over that Oppo's bowled, he's had this one delivery, which is very fast and slightly leg-side-ish. Two of them have resulted in wides. One of them has resulted in a six off the bat of 𝗂𝗃𝗃.
Good in.
Coming around the wicket. They needed someone else to get going.
One more wicket, guys.
To give some company to Naeem, take some pressure off him.
Catch it.
In the slot. High. Oh, yeah. Managed some hand on it, but it was still difficult and helped it on its way. Alauddin Babu will get a six.
His second boundary. The first one was a 4 down the ground. This time it finds a bit more to go all the way. Perhaps helped a bit, ricocheting off the hand. It's his first six.
Good ball.
Hits it hard. Towards the ground though. Along the same region, will get a single to end the over. So after 10, it's 49 for 5. And that calls for a drinks break. wickets. Rangpur coming in to chase 172. This is the very first delivery of the innings. In fact, 𝗏𝗡 Islam perhaps Onyx Sharkar might consider himself a bit unlucky. Maybe he got some bad on it. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 was the next one. Then Abdullah Al-Mamoon, Opu's next wicket. And then 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, after hitting a few boundaries, 𝗃𝗵𝗏𝗏 got the better of him. Left arm spinners have been at the fore. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 getting the wicket of Nasir Hussain, cleaning his stumps up. So Nazmul Islam Opu, Mahfuzur Rabbi, Taibur Rahman, these three left arm spinners have done most of the damage on behalf of the Dhaka division side.
Good ball.
Again, down on one knee, big bat lift, making some room for himself, but did not middle that.
Hey!
Yes, the sunlight is on.
So jabi na.
The floodlights are also coming on.
Arey!
Shanur must be happy.
It's a beautiful sight. As the 50 comes up for 5,
Good.
for the loss of 5 wickets, there is still 122 runs needed to win. And at the moment, it feels like damage control.
Good ball. Good ball.
Can't help but agree. Does seem like that a bit. And as of now, the 171 seems to be pretty tough for the Rangpur side. Oh, wings deployed by Alauddin Babu, and that goes for a maximum. Taking the spinners on. Tanvir Haider feeling the heat.
That was a bit short, and in the end, pulled away. Got enough bat on it, making the umpire Shafiuddin Ahmed work a bit, raise both his hands to signal 6 more runs. And after that, a single taken quickly.
Beg your pardon, Taibur Rahman, the bowler. I think they have a strategy in mind, which is Alauddin Babu will take on the bowlers.
Very good.
And Naim Islam happy to play the anchor role. As a result of that 6 in this over, that makes it a pretty good one for the side in green. After 11, Rangpur are 59 for 5. Required run rate shows they've got a task in their hands, a tough one. Rangpur. The question is, by hook or crook, will they try to go for it? 𝗃𝗵𝗏𝗏 from the Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drinks end. Down the leg.
5 extras so far. This will be the 6th one. Two wides bowled by Nazmul Islam Opu, 2 by 𝗃𝗵𝗏𝗏, and the rest of them leg byes.
Uses the pace of the bowler, plays it late. Well done in the deep. I think that's Mahfuzur Rabbi. Yes, it is. Certainly saving a few runs there.
Yeah, despite them being on the ascendancy, no shortage of effort there, trying to save every run. Excellent by Rabbi.
Well, there's reasons for it, of course. Can't give it away. Plenty of matches to follow. Need to keep your standards high. Maintain a certain level for yourself. And as we've mentioned before, you've seen the coaches are here of the high performance unit. The national selectors, a couple of them are also here. 𝗵𝗺𝗀𝗃, Hasibul Sen Shanto, newly appointed person of the selection committee. They're both here in Sylhet. So you want to make your mark. You want to perform and keep on performing with consistency and try and impress them.
Absolutely, and he was captain of the Sylhet side in the last NCL. He's got experience there, was given an important role for Sylhet. This time though, he's had a change of team. Representing Dhaka. Has done well with the ball so far.
Short ball. Naim Islam looking at the square leg umpire. In fact, at both the umpires. Now, one for the over is signaled. Naim Islam clearly not happy. The question is, was it over the head? Not sure.
Seems like it was a very well guided bouncer by Рипон-Мондол. He's had a good day at the office, taking the wicket of the opposition number 𝗂𝗃𝗃, opposition captain. They're dealing in singles when they should be dealing in boundaries to stay in this run chase. To win 109 from just 45 deliveries. You look at the partnership, it's 29, but it's taken its sweet time as well.
At least a partnership of significance, but the required run rate is over 13. Big hoik. Appeal and finger raised by the umpire. Alauddin Babu had to try it. He did, but in the process has given up his wicket to Рипон-Мондол. He gets his second.
Yeah, it's the length. You look at that length. Babu looking to get underneath it. In the end, hitting his bat and then his shoulder. And he's disappointed. Showed some intent. 21 from 12 with 2 sixes and a 4. They're now 63 for 6.
The new batter in to accompany Naim Islam has had a very patient stay at the crease. 29 balls for his 19. Good to be back, Shamunnoy.
Good that you're back. ABPB. Did you have a good rest and respite?
Yes, I was enjoying my time back there. I'm not sure 𝗁𝗏 is enjoying the position that he's been put into.
Good in.
Another over of left arm spin, and such is the muted celebration. Could actually say another wicket has fallen. 𝗁𝗏 has just come and gone. Cotton bowled attempt, well taken. A very, very brief stint for him. Just look at the replay. Parvez takes the return catch with glee. Sends the ball back to the umpire. It's that easy now for Dhaka. Rangpur in tatters, 7 wickets down. 𝗁𝗏 departs for naught.
Hey, Ramzan. Dipon, naik maju. Oh, wait. Dipo. Bhai, out karo dile kan? Just.
Two wickets for Rabbi, but it's 𝗽𝗿𝗀𝗃 on your screen. 𝗁𝗏𝗃, the new batter.
Good up. Very good.
Softly driven. The game almost out of hands for Rangpur, the defending champions. Not a good outing for Akbar Ali and his men.
Good ball.
At least some intent. Ball finds the boundary after a long wait. A boundary for Rangpur. 𝗁𝗏𝗃 gets his first runs.
That's a well played shot actually. 𝗽𝗿𝗀𝗃 has been darting those deliveries in, and now 𝗁𝗏𝗃 enjoys that pace. He plays it late, goes to the back foot, nicely cuts it away, and so good is the outfield that it rushes away to the boundary ropes.
Oh my
Through the
God.
gates, another wicket. Double breakthrough for 𝗽𝗿𝗀𝗃. The big smile says it all. It's almost done. Dhaka on the verge of an important victory here against Rangpur. This is just not the kind of response the defending champions expected to provide.
He gets his third wicket. This 𝗽𝗿𝗀𝗃 through the gate. Gap between the bat and the pad. Exploited by the left arm spinner as he gets his third. Lost their eighth. We have Rangpur as 𝗁𝗏𝗃 goes after hitting that boundary. 4 of 3. It's 68 for 8.
Are.
8 wickets down. The match almost out of grasp for Rangpur. The required run rate 14.51. In comes Abu Hashim. Had a good outing with the ball. An economical 4-over spell. At that point, it seemed like Rangpur were well and truly in the game, but Mosaddek Hossain, Ariful, that partnership started to build momentum for Dhaka, and they've carried over that momentum into their bowling innings. Right from the top, started picking up wickets in regular intervals. With the arm, goes 𝗽𝗿𝗀𝗃 straight, accurate. Another successful over. After 13, it's 68 for 8.
68 for 8, Rangpur division in chase of 172. Batters just couldn't make an impact today. They need 104 of 42 deliveries. Shuman Khan comes into the attack. Gives it a charge. Naeem Islam. He's playing that typical old-fashioned, holding the innings back for Rangpur. What about you, Shorturl?
I'm holding my breath for the end of the match, Mazhar, as we wait for the final stages, the final rites of what has been a rather one-sided affair, a dominant one as far as Dhaka are concerned, really stamping their authority over the defending champions.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, definitely. It's been a disappointing show with the bat from Dhaka division. Beg your pardon, from Rangpur division. On the other hand, Dhaka division batted really well to reach 172, courtesy of Mosaddek Hussein's 50. He batted really well. So does Ariful as well. And they need to come up with a better frame of mind when they come up again. It's just the start of the tournament, so yeah, still a long way to go for Rangpur.
Another play and miss. Hashim, he did well with the ball. Not really expected to be hitting big with the bat. Yes, the perfect shot deserves the perfect ride. So far, we haven't had any batters hitting that. There are plenty of those all along the ground. If they manage to hit it, they get an Akij group bicycle. Yes, those in the dugout, when they're playing, they too can take part. Another dot ball. Hasim, he's hanging in there, but dot balls won't really make any difference.
Yeah, dejected Rangpur dugout. As I mentioned, it's just a start for them. So yeah, they need to figure out the right combination as the tournament progresses. Top edge, wicket keeper and fielder at short third. But no, a valiant effort at short third by Ripon Mondal. It was never easy going backwards and grabbing those catches.
Yeah, the wicketkeeper was also giving it a chase, and perhaps leaving it for the wicketkeeper could have been the better option. Hasim gets off the mark with that streaky shot, and immediately we see some changes in the field. There is a deep mid-wicket in place. Ripon Mondal is moved into a short third position. Straight to the fielder at deep point. One more run added to the total. That's the end of 14 overs. It's 71 for 8. As you mentioned a while ago, a rather sad-looking Rangpur dugout, and They know that they're much better than this. The defending champions, led well by 𝗂𝗃𝗃.
Yeah, but they need to work a lot of areas after today's performance, especially the top order, and also figure out the right combination with the bat. I think they have done a decent job with the ball to restrict Dhaka to 171. But batting must be a big concern for them. Naeem Islam, he's been there for 34 deliveries now, scored 23. You can't blame him though. He lost partners from the other end.
And you look at that, to win 100, balls remaining just 34. The pitch did get slightly worse. Slightly, I would say. The bounce, perhaps, kept a bit low. But it's still a very good wicket. And you expected them to give a much better fight, especially given that they're defending champions. Driven down the ground, into the gap, will be a boundary. The first one from the bat of Hasim. Ripon Mondal will be disappointed with himself. Bowled it too full with mid-off inside the circle. Half volley length, there to be hit. Hasim, all he needed to do was get bat on ball and into the gap. This time he doesn't get bat on ball, luckily, or else it would have been a catch for the wicketkeeper.
Yeah, so far, even in the first match and also in this game, the surface played really well, Shanu. There's something for the seamers, also for the spinners, and also the batters can play their shots. So it's an ideal surface for a T20 game. Swing and a miss. And I really feel that the selectors will be hoping of a better standard of cricket this time around. Some big scoring matches, some close finishes.
Absolutely, and that was a very well guided bouncer there by Ripon Mondal. That's what you want to see, Mazhar, that the quality of cricket is at the highest level, so that it becomes a headache for the selectors as to which players they want to choose. We see the national team doing well in patches in the Asia Cup, especially the bowling, but the batting has remained a concern. Hasim gets that towards deep mid-wicket before getting another single, and you want to perform well here to perform for the national team. After 15, it's 77 for 8. Close cricket, more runs, better batting perhaps. What else would you look for?
I'd look for impact, not just the runs on the scorecard, not just the win. Maybe you are from the losing team, but your innings or your bowling spell was impactful enough. And as a player, it's not just about scoring runs, it's also about how you apply yourself in the middle. Maybe it can be a 10-15 run knock, maybe a 20 run knock, but it should be in a very positive manner. Inside edge, lucky enough. So yeah, the idea will be to see the approach and the style of play they plays in this tournament. Winning and losing, yes, it makes a difference, but at the same time, looking at the longer term, I would love to see more application from the players, how to play this sort of format. It's not just about going out there and hitting those boundaries and sixes. Short ball pulled away, no fielder in the deep. One bounce to the fence for 4, and it's also a no ball, so free hit as well for Rangpur.
Much needed. And I think another word I could add to the I word, which is impact, is another I word, intent. What a player is looking to do, how they're approaching the T20 game. Are they looking to play it with the right intent, the right amount of aggression, mixing caution with aggression? Are they looking to build the innings in the right way? Are they looking to eliminate the number of dot balls they play? How they are converting singles into doubles? How they're finding boundaries? When they have certain weaknesses, are they working on those weaknesses? Saif Hassan is a tremendous example who's worked on his game in the domestic circuit after making his international debut and getting dropped and getting a recall and doing well.
It will be important for someone like Shubman Khan. He's been impressive in the domestic circuit over the last couple of years. He's someone the selectors will keep a close eye on. You've seen how Bangladesh's pace bowling unit developed over the years. They've got a good pool of fast bowlers now, and someone like Shubman Khan can surely get into that. That sounded good. The connection was great, and the result was maximum.
Hasim, he did a job with the ball, and now with the bat, he's showing his top order batters how to go about things. That's his first 6. Just waited for that length, almost expecting it to be short. Had his back foot planted, and then just carting it all the way into the stands, into the galleries.
$88 for 8. Rangpur inching towards that 100 mark. Goes for that again. Hasim is striking the ball really well. All the way for maximum, over long off.
Moves on to 22 from 15. That's a flat 6. Again, length from Shubman. The first one, it was a bit short. This time again, allowing the batter to get underneath the ball with long off not there. And now you do see long off being planted. Long off, long on, deep square leg, deep backward square leg, deep point.
Swing and a miss. End of a good over from Rangpur's point of view. 94 for 8 after 16. bowled the 17th over. 77 required of 23 balls now. Yeah, from here on, Rangpur division from the next matches, I'm sure they must be eyeing to have a better approach with the bat. Cut-off time 5:30 p.m. So the Dhaka bowlers need to hurry things up.
And they've got 15 odd minutes, 16 minutes to be exact, to bowl the remaining 23 legal deliveries.
Short ball straight to the fielder, will only get a single. So yeah, just going back to your point, Shanur, over from a selector's point of view, I think we have seen the lack of game sense, game awareness, especially in the T20 format. It's been a disappointing show from the Bangladesh team in the Asia Cup. Despite making it through for the Super 4, playing some very good cricket.
Good ball.
But we have seen how Bangladesh were unable to chase a 130-odd run target against Pakistan, where some game sense, game awareness, sensible cricket was required. But it was not to be from Bangladesh's case.
Chalo, boys, come on.
So yeah, these are the things that are very important from a player's growth point of view. Knowing the situation and apply yourself accordingly. It's not just about hitting sixes. Yes, Bangladesh Cricket Board did bring in someone like Julian Wood for their power hitting practice and improvement, but at the same time, nobody can teach you how to play in the middle. It's you. You need to decide for yourself.
And plan accordingly. As they say, execution is key, and they have to be perfect with what they think is right and execute it. Sometimes you almost get the feeling that there is a lack of clarity with what they really want to do, especially when it comes to batting, how they want to go about building their innings.
Good ball.
As Oppo finishes his spell, a successful one with 2 wickets. The 100 comes up as well in the 17th over. 100 for 8 after 17.
রেস দিয়ে দিছিল আজকে লেফটের সঙ্গে এই পাশ থেকে কেউ আছে ভালো কথা আর নি বলার
Mosaddeq Hussain immediately picks up a wicket. Another wicket falls for Rangpur. And this is probably the end, as 𝗬𝗚𝗎𝐿 injured himself, and I'm sure he's not going to coming to bat again. As Dhaka division sealed an emphatic win over Rangpur division, and Mosaddeq Hussain 𝗂𝗄 is the man picked up the final wicket of Rangpur.
Did really well with the bat, coming in, doing a job with the ball as well. You want to see more cricket like that of which 𝗂𝗄 played. Yeah, playing all around it, was flighted and zoned in on the stumps. In the end, Asim, who's also had a good day with bat and ball, was the one who was dismissed. And interestingly, Mossadegh has taken the quote-unquote final wicket, the 9th wicket of this match, and he will be on a hat-trick the next time he comes on to bowl in the next match. All smiles from him. Ripon Mondol, Jishan Alam, Ariful. This Dhaka team has a good mix of youth and experience.
Yeah, definitely, and they must be delighted the way they performed today. It's a very promising side, as you mentioned rightly. Rangpur, on the other hand, the defending champions, will be looking to correct things when they come again in this Al-Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo. And handshakes all around as we come to an end of an exciting resumption of this NCL T20 here in Sylhet. First match, Rajshahi division go on to win by 8 wickets over Khulna, and now Dhaka division seal an emphatic 71-run win over the defending champions Rangpur.
Yeah, with the sun starting to set on this scenic Sylhet ground, the floodlights are on, and we've had 2 full matches completed for the first time in this season's Al-Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink in association with Walton, Lily Oryx and Ace Properties. You've been watching us live on T Sports and TapMad. So that's the batting card. Not something really to talk about. Naeem top scoring with 26 from 37 deliveries. He remained not out till the end. The second highest score was Hasim on 25 from 20. And other than that, there was a 21-run innings from Alauddin Babu, had a few sixes. We are going to go downstairs in the middle where Ahmed bin Parvez is ready with a player interview.
আরিফুল, দুর্দান্ত একটা পারফরমেন্স ছিল। ব্যাট হাতে যে পারফরমেন্সটা ওভারঅল করেছেন, শুরুতে একটু চাপ থাকার পর কিভাবে আসলে বেরিয়ে আসলেন? আপনাদের পার্টনারশিপটা নিয়েও কিছু বলতে পারেন।
কথা শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
আপনাদের পার্টনারশিপটা নিয়ে যদি কিছু বলেন ব্যাটিং ইনিংসে আপনার মধ্যে।
ফার্স্টে যখন উইকেটে যাই, আর্লি 2টা উইকেট পড়ে গিয়েছিল, তো ওই জায়গাতে চেষ্টা করছিলাম যে যতক্ষণ ব্যাটিং করা যায়, উইকেটে থাকা যায়। অ্যাকচুয়ালি উইকেটটা এত ইজি ছিল না ব্যাটিংয়ের জন্য, শর্টস খেলা একটু ডিফিকাল্ট ছিল। তো আমি আর মুসা ভাই ট্রাই করছি যতক্ষণ উইকেটে ব্যাটিং করা যায়, সিঙ্গেল খেলে বাউন্ডারি মারা যায়, তো এক্সিকিউট করতে পারছি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ। মুসা ভাই এক্সেলেন্ট ব্যাটিং করেছে, যে কারণে আমাদের টোটালটা এত ভালো হয়েছে আলহামদুলিল্লাহ।
এই যে 100 রানের পার্টনারশিপটা হলো, এটা কতটুকু এনজয় করলেন মোসাদ্দেকের সঙ্গে ব্যাটিংটা?
সত্যি বলতে ব্যাটিংটা তো অলওয়েজ এনজয়েবল অ্যাজ এ ব্যাটসম্যান হিসেবে, সো আলহামদুলিল্লাহ।
যখন টার্গেটটা আপনার সেট করা হলো 170 প্লাস একটা টার্গেট, তখন কি মনে হচ্ছিল এটা ডিফেন্ড করা সম্ভব বা একটা ভালো টোটাল হয়েছে?
অনেস্টলি এই উইকেটে আমি বলবো যে এটা ডিফিকাল্ট, চেজিং করাটা ডিফিকাল্ট, কারণ উইকেটে বল লো হচ্ছিল, শর্টস খেলা অনেক ডিফিকাল্ট। সো ওই জায়গা থেকে আমরা বিশ্বাস ছিল আমাদের সবার বোলাররা, অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমাদের বলার সব ভালো বলার, তো এক্সিকিউশন করতে পারলে বিশ্বাস ছিল যে ভালো হবে।
আরও একটা প্রশ্ন ছিল, আপনাদের টিমের স্পিনারদের কিন্তু কোয়ালিটি খুবই ভালো, আমরা দেখলাম যে আজকে স্পিনাররা মূলত ডমিনেটিং পারফরমেন্সটা দিয়েছেন। তো মাঠ থেকে স্পিনারদের পারফরমেন্সটা কীরকম মনে হলো আপনাদের?
না, অবভিয়াসলি ভাই, আমাদের দেখেন যে 3জনই স্পিনার, যে 3জন বোলিং করেছে, রাব্বি, অপু ভাই, তারপর পারভেজ ভাই, দে আর ক্যাপাবল বোলার ভাই। তারা বুঝে যে কোন জায়গায় কখন কীভাবে বোলিং করতে হয়। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই আমাদের যে গেমটা ইজি হয় আল্লাহর রহমতে।
আপনি আজকে দারুণ খেলেছেন, আপনার টিম দারুণ খেলেছে, আশা করি পরবর্তী ম্যাচগুলো ভালো হবে। থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
That's the bowling card for Dhaka. Well, everyone doing well more or less, but Thaibur picking up 3 wickets for just 22 runs in his 4 overs. 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗃 with a wicket of his first delivery. Nazmulopu, he started proceedings off with the 2 wickets in his first 2, and Ripon Mondol there with 2. So good all-round day as far as Dhaka are concerned, and this is how it started. And a bee and a wicket. Opu, he got the first one, and then in the first 2 overs they lost 2 wickets, and there was really no looking back. That was the wicket of Akbar, the captain. He played a few big shots and then got out. And Nasir Hussain undone by some low bounce. Alauddin Babu came in and played some big shots before he too had to depart, thanks to a good delivery by Ripon Mondol. But Taibur Rahman, he kept on chipping away with wickets. And that was another one. At that point, it was a foregone conclusion before some big hits by the tail ender. And that was it. Hasim was the last man to depart. That was a big win for Dhaka, winning by 71 runs. So this is it. The match summary. Dhaka batting first, posting 171 for 3. 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗃 and Ariful both starring with the bat with 50s. And in reply, Rangpur managing just 100. Naeem 26, Hasim 25, Alauddin Babu 21, but really no standout performers, which is why Ongkon's team winning by 71. We'll take a short break, after which we'll be back for the presentation.
It's the Al Arafa Islami Bank NCL T20 25-26 powered by Turbo Electrolyte Sports Drink. Yes, finally, the matches have taken place. We are here in Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. The last match where the defending champions Rangpur Division took on the boys from the capital, Dhaka division, where Dhaka won the match by 71 runs. Convincing victory. Congratulations to the winning side, Dhaka division, and commiserations to Rangpur. I'll take this opportunity to introduce the presentation party. To my left, first and foremost, Mr. Khan Abdul-Razak, selector, national team, and Bangladesh Cricket Board, of course, and former national team player Abdul-Razak. Then we have Mr. A.K.M. Amjad Hussain, EVP and Head of CMA Investment Division 2, Al-Rafa Islami Bank PLC, Head Office, Dhaka. Mr. Mohammad Saifuzzaman, Regional Sales Manager, Sales and Marketing, 𝗂𝐽𝐸 Food and Beverages Limited. Mr. Robiul Islam Milton, Additional Director, Walton High-Tech Industries Limited. And last but not the least, Mr. Mohammad Tanveer Ahmed, Officer, Media and Communication Remark, HB Limited. Thank you all, gentlemen, for joining us. Now, first and foremost, I'll take this opportunity to speak to 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, the captain of the Rangpur division side. Akbar, you won the toss. Your bowlers did well. Would you say that?
Yeah, I think they did fairly well. In the toss time, I spoke to you that we wanted them to restrict at 160. So I think 170 was, we take it.
You would take it. You would take it. So batting-wise, it did not deliver.
Yeah, of course. In terms of batting, I think we could not execute our shots properly, and there was some shot selection was not right.
Yeah. And how is Mukhidul Islam Mugdho doing?
I think that was a big blow for us because he was in very good rhythm, and not to having his 2 overs was a big blow. And I think we need time to see how he's doing.
Yeah, because he bowled 2 overs, he couldn't bowl the other 2, so he had to manage there, gave away some extra runs. But yes, still early days in the tournament, still have time to turn things around?
Yeah, definitely. Like we played our first match, and we have our next match on 29th. So there's a couple of days, so we have to sit together and see what we can do well.
I'm sure you'll try your best. All the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃, the skipper of the Rangpur division side. Now, for the player of the match, we had a few contenders, but it's an experienced campaigner who gave an all-round performance, but particularly with the bat, really accelerated and set the tempo. It's Mosaddeq Hossain Shoykot. 64 of 32 at a strike rate of 200, 5 fours, 4 sixes. Got that match-winning partnership, I would say, with Ariful, 104-run partnership. Came on to bowl, and then finally, of that solitary delivery, took a wicket and sealed the deal for the player of the match. Shoykot, you must be feeling really great.
Yeah, feeling really happy because of the team win. So, yeah.
When you went on to bat, and Ariful was already there, a few wickets lost, what is the conversation the both of you had?
My intention was very clear. So, I'll go and hit the ball. So, at the stage we are at 10 over 50 for 2, I think. So that we think, I had talked with Ariful that we have to score at least 150 on 55. So it's been good. Arif capitalized some really good shots.
I was talking to a few people, and someone told me that it wasn't as easy as it looked to bat in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think ball wasn't come nicely on the bat, so it was kept a little bit of low. So I think we targeted well at the state.
You targeted 150, you played straight, you got to 170, got the team winning. Congratulations and all the best for the tournament.
Thank you.
Mosaddeq Hossain Shoykot, the player of the match for this game, representing Dhaka, of course. Now, finally, the winning captain, Mahidul Islam Onkon, please. Onkon, at the toss, you didn't want to mention a score, but in the end, 170 plus, and that brings a smile on your face. You won the match.
Yeah, we did really well. We tried to execute our plans, and we felt that we are really calm in every situation. So it was a good match.
Well, with the bat in hand, you yourself were there, but particularly Shoykot and Ariful with that 104 partnership. That worked. Taibur bowled well, Mahfuzur Rabbi bowled well, Nazmul Islam Opu bowled well. The left-arm spinners did the trick also.
Yeah, I felt we have a really good team and we have experience too. When we are batting, we just felt that if we take more wickets in the deep, then it will be really good for us. So they bowled really well, they fielded really well, so it was a really good match.
Yeah, And the Rangpur bowlers initially were bowling well too?
Yeah, they're bowling really well, but we have a depth in our batting. So if we kept our wickets, then we felt we can score big.
Sounds good, Ankon. Congratulations on the win and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so that is the winning captain, 𝗏𝗚𝗓𝗂𝗧 as Dhaka have won this match by 71 runs. Back to the commentary box.
Yeah, 𝗧𝗏𝗂𝗧 𝗂𝗃, the player of the match. No surprises there. We spoke about having impact and intent, and he showed both with aplomb. Will make it an option for the selectors, perhaps for the national team. This is what happened in the match. 𝗂𝗃 started with the bat, 64 from 32. When Dhaka batted first, scoring 171, Ariful supported him brilliantly with 59. 𝗏𝗚𝗓𝗂𝗃 bowled well, but then got injured in the first innings. Remains to be seen how severe that is. Couldn't bowl in the match after the first 2 overs. Rangpur in reply, scoring just 100 runs. Dhaka division winning by 71 runs in the end. Good bowling performances there by Thaibur as well. With that being said, that wraps up our first day of the NCL at Sylhet. We'll be back again tomorrow with 2 exciting matches here in Sylhet.